Okay, it looks like we're live. Get the microphone set up here. Okay, hopefully I'm going through the Yeti Nano instead of the camera on the thing. I guess I'll take a look, see if we're all doing it right. Microphone Yeti Nano. That's what I want to see. All right. Good morning, everybody. Who we got? Ramoga is in us. Nightshade. Okay, we got Delaney. Hold on. There we go. Let's just be calm there. Holy moly. All right. Good to see everybody. You know, you think about this exciting world of artificial intelligence. You wonder, with the thing we got, like today I've created a thumbnail and I put it up over on the Instagram. And it's just kind of silly and fun, but I want to show the children. Here we go. Look at that. That's crazy. This is like AI. So I take a picture of a couple of guys, right? Let it redo. And so we got Heinz Shea in the front. We got David Donnelly on drums, Joey Callio on guitar, and Angelo Kelly, legend, doing his guitar. And it's just kind of crazy. And, so can you foresee someday, sometime, they're talking about holograms and this sort of idea, where at some point in the future, you're probably going to be able to get a digital artificial intelligence version of the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, along with, Brian Jones and or Charlie Watts on drums, John Lennon, George Harrison, all brought back to life in a digital sense to kind of do your rock and roll, right? Anyway, the idea was inspired by, kind of rock and roll. You can imagine, rock and roll fantasy. Wouldn't that be something to play with your rock and roll heroes like Heinz Shea? Can you imagine being in concert with Heinz Shea and Angelo Kelly and Heinz Shea together, two of Germany's most popular artists of all time, together like that? What you see there is incredible. And, so this is the whole deal, man, how it works, how it rocks, how it rolls. Love that morning coffee. So Den Bosch is on. I've been seeing the pictures. Nadine off in Germany, some lovely pictures there. And our own Wax, Rob the Wax, is rumored to be heading over there in the spring for Den Bosch. They do 2 shows a year. And or I guess, there's one on the thing, one or the other. Can you do Ringo stranded on Gilligan's Island? Yes, I could do that. Holy crap. What the hell? Angelo, that is hurtful. Angelo, you're playing with fire there. Get a liberal, Rachel. My God. Horrible. It would lose all the humor. Liberals aren't funny. Liberals aren't funny. Hey, welcome aboard, everybody, on this fine Sunday. This is where we do our show, Sunday and Tuesday.
I've cured your jaundice.
How's the coloring?
Good.
You feel it looks good, everybody?
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome aboard. Okay, so Anthology is due out, I think, next week. Now, I haven't pre-ordered. I haven't done anything with it. I'm waiting. I wonder what the prices are going to do. They won't dance around too much. We're going to find out. Okay, hold on, Angelo. Yeah, but it's kind of cool when you got Heinz Shea with you. Holy smokes. I mean, what a dream come true. Angelo Kelly together with Heinz Shea Simmons. I mean, this is unbelievable. Okay, here it is. Yvonne is in. I'm thinking of going to Den Bosch myself next year. All right. Our good friend, Mr. Finstag, he's in. How you doing, lad? It was so great to see your picture with you and Rob a couple of weeks ago when you're down in L.A. I thought that was pretty cool. Rest for a minute. Good morning, Rachel Sue and the Chatterer Peanut people. Megas are eating their own. No, we're cleaning house. We just got, like you, Marjorie Taylor Greene. If you're going on The View and you're getting endorsements from who the fuck? It was like, who's the little guy with the sombrero? The little guy.
Jeffries.
Yeah, Jeffries is. He's endorsing Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's politically done, and this is the whole idea. Those people aren't MAGA. Make no mistake, they are not MAGA. And we're clearing things out. We're clearing the junk out, and you got to do it in a political move. That's the way it goes. Rachel is one of my, quote, many enemies, paying you to do this, Angelo and Heinche stuff. Holy smoke. One of your many enemies paid off. I'm paid off. I'm bought off, Heinche. I thought it was really good. And I threw Joey Callio in there, of course, David on the drums. And the AI came up with the idea to put a bass. I'm going to call it a bass in Heinche's hands. So we got the 4-piece going.
You're fine.
Leon Finstag, I got to meet Angelo Kelly. You met a rock god, man. You met one of the legends. That is fantastic. Thinning the herd. Yeah, you got like Marjorie Taylor Greene. I keep telling you fucking idiot liberals that there's a whole bunch of opposition within the Republican Party. We call them rhinos, Liz Cheney. I said, at least we aren't the ones texting Jeffrey fucking Epstein while they've got some guy talking before Congress, you idiots. You know, your dicks are so limp. I don't know how to help you. At this point, you're beyond help. Rach, I know how you could grow your channel. Upload a Who short. It works wonders. I don't care about growing the channel. Those days are behind. All I care about is making a little nickel and dime on my Patreon. So get involved with the Patreon and do that. That's the only thing that really, I'm on about. I'm not trying to grow the channel. I'm surprised that I've got, anybody subscribed at all. Because it's a different gig now. We do it differently. For $5 a month, you get Scoozy. We've been having some nice little chit chats lately. And the Patreon spirit, we're in a good period with it. The Patreon's doing really well. And I want to tell you a big shout out to Beetle Babe. Beetle Babe has been such a positive force.
Breath of fresh air.
A breath of fresh air. It's really been good. A submarine could get quite claustrophobic. And we've changed it a lot. You're always having to adapt and change in order to do whatever you want, right? Rich, what happened? Oh, well, Rich, what that is if you mention politics on me, or if you fuck around with me, like Maggie eating their own, like Paddies bringing it in, then I will respond. I will retort. Make no mistake, I will retort. It's my style, man. So that's going to happen. Okay, this is pretty cool. On the TGV, on my way back from Den Bosch, good times and lots of LP purchases. Yeah, I think a big part of it is meeting the people and seeing everybody. And so, OJ, were you able to, OJC, Greg, were you able to connect with Stunty? We love Stunty over here. Okay, Yvonne, yesterday I picked up SOS Band. Do you know that album? SOS Band. Wow. Marty, I listened to your music. Marty's making music. I don't want to talk too much about it. I'll let Marty explain that himself. Maybe he'll come up a little later in the show. I thought it's really good. Okay. Greetings from Tokyo. You weren't by any chance working with Big Turtle Studios while here, or possibly Ultra Vibe? Do you have distribution in Nippon? Well, that's a great question. We'll find out. Retort sounds like a kind of pastry. Kind of pastry, isn't it, Eric? Holy smokes, man. Anyway, Den Bosch, it was really nice to see the pictures and everything else. But yeah, the Patreon's doing good. So we do encourage people to support the channel that way. That's where the kind of the drive is for the thing. Where I'm at, as an entity out here on the internet. Yeah, and I could, Marty, at your leisure, I will elaborate more and give you some feedback, maybe on the Friday show if you want, or however you want it. I can give you some feedback. Rach, do you think Aunt Mimi is wrongly much maligned in the Beatles story, whereas Julia is wrongly glorified? Oh boy! I mean, to what extent is beloved Aunt Mimi? This is John's aunt, right? The sister of Julia, Julia Lennon, Johnny's mom, and is John's mom tragically killed outside the residence there back in the 50s. So Aunt Mimi was just a little more strict. Julie was free flowing, a wild child, taught John banjo. She was a lot of fun, a free spirit. Paul McCartney says so. But somebody had the whole fort down, and not everybody's got to be a clown or a trickster. And Aunt Mimi was the grounding, perhaps, that John Lennon may have required with a difficult upbringing. A father, who was largely absent. Daddy, don't go, mommy, come home. I was in Tokyo with a camera guy from Germany, but no distribution for Japan currently. Get on that, Brian. Be Angelo's distributor guy in Nippon. Okay, this is interesting. Great stream from William last night. First class stuff from the last. Well, I'm a big William. William the Pumping Vinyl. I'm a big fan. I love William. And I only wish him well. Harry still is not recovered from Julia Jr.'s book. Yeah, that was kind of interesting, wasn't it? You took it so hard, thought, Lennon's, a proper rotter. But, Lennon was flawed, but, I don't, it's his life. Who are we to judge? What do we know about these celebrities, really? There's all these celebrities in the world, but, are we there living with them on a daily basis? Yoko, you've put the wrong kind of cream in me Wheaties. The Wheaties is bad. And, so there you go. Edwin's here all the way from beautiful downtown Nanaimo, the hub city, they call it, hometown boy, along with my friend Paul Cass. Good to see you here, buddy. Zatoichi! Hey, where have you been? What? I might ask you the same question, young man. Where have you been, Zatoichi? I guess you need a wrench or something. Hey, Zato? Sure you do. Anyway, it's good to see you. I'm on twice a week. Sunday morning at this time, and then I'm on Tuesdays at 4 o'clock. I'd say Lennon did quite well for a fuck-up, and I think that's how he looked at it, too. I think he done all right. He sure didn't have the drive that McCartney did. I think Lennon was kind of done by, 66, 67. He'd kind of done everything he wanted to do, and it was Yoko and cruise control the rest of the way in, once you made it the biggest band in the world, where are we going, fellas? The poppermost, right? The toppermost of the poppermost. Where was there? There's nowhere to go but down. And so he did really good. But anyway, and I love Lennon's output in the 70s. And I got that he was inward reflecting, talking about, him and Yoko, like the famous scene in the Imagine movie with the waif, the little homeless waif is outside the abode. And he comes in and he goes, Lennon goes, "You hungry?" And he goes, "I like the song you wrote." And he goes, "Well, that's actually a Paul song." And he goes, and he goes, "Yeah, but you're writing to me." He goes, "I just write songs for me and Yoko. And if it has some relevance or something for your life, okay, all fare thee well. But that's not the intent." And so I respect Lennon for that. Yeah, I identify with Lennon that way. I'm similar. I identify. Hey, Eddie, how you doing, man? Good morning, Rachel Sue. The new camera is working like a champ. Isn't it nice? It's doing a good job. Woman is the habit of the well. Think about it. Do something about it. Coming soon from the Lennon estate in conjunction with the Tolkien estate. Okay, Rich, what are the deets? It is an S800 E-Meet camera, E-M-E-E-T. By the way, folks, I don't know if you can hear it. I've got an absolutely thunderous washing machine going in the background. It's driving me fucking nuts. So I'm yelling at the top of my fucking lungs to do a show here because I'm trying to talk over this thing. It's just a torrent. Rach, have you been hearing the theory that the Beatles were a creation of the Tavistock Institute? Joel, I pay no mind to all these nonsensical. Paul is dead. One of the biggest, kicks in the rump I think of is when people go, Paul died in 66. Then you forego all the great music that was done in 67, 68, 69 to the current day. I mean, when you're talking about Ram and Band on the Run and Venus and Mars and even London Town, these are choice albums. Tug of War. I love these Paul McCartney albums. They're very near and dear to me. Even the McCartney first album, I really enjoy that quite a bit too. So I think McCartney, is a frickin' genius, obviously. And his output, because Yesterday was fetished out in 1965. Everybody, and here it is, his very own from Liverpool, Sir Paul McCartney, right? MBE. And so the whole thing, Yesterday was blown out of proportion. It's a great song, no doubt. But, is that all there is? Is that all there is, my friend? Then I'll keep dancing. So I don't think it's all there is. I think Hey Jude was an incredible song, 1968, genius. Martha, My Dear, the White Album stuff, Blackbird, Bluebird, which I never really liked. But McCartney had such an incredible, prolific output. So this theory that he died, and even the clues, like here's another clue for you all, the walruses, Paul. 28 if is wrong. It's a wrong clue. They didn't even get the clue right. Get a clue. Grab a clue. Get a life, people. We did something for the lock, and you've turned it all into a colossal waste of time. But I love my Beatles, and they're my thing. Oh, we nearly have the same camera. I have the E-Meet S600. Yeah, the 800 is quite an improvement. They do say. I looked at the S600, and they did some comparison, and it did the thing. Okay, Joel goes, you're straw manning. No, I'm not straw manning the argument, Joel. There's no way you can straw man a conspiracy theory that's so fundamentally weak from the onset, from the get-go. It's just absolutely nonsensical. And I don't know why, them freaks was right when they said you was dead. John Lennon does a put down line. And you freaks think, and the put down by Lennon is so perfect. It's a shot at Paul, and it's a shot at the freaks, because you freaks, man. Some people love their conspiracy theories. Well, there's some conspiracy theories are shit, and then some turn out to be true. The fact that well, we'll leave it with the politics, but I'm just telling you, there's so much shit the fucking Democrats are throwing. You guys are in a world of hurt right now, you Democrats. The 800 is way better, but I didn't have the dollars to throw at that one. 600 still a massive upgrade for my onboard. Oh yeah, very much so. It'll beat any onboard camera, absolutely. I just heard about it. Do something about it. Think about it. Yeah, lots of hugs. But I'm just saying, like, certain things irk me, Lennon killed Stuart Sutcliffe. Lennon did not murder Stuart Sutcliffe. Lennon didn't kill Stuart Sutcliffe. The Beatles story is a very simple story. They came along at the right time. They got turned down by Decca. If they were some conspiracy manufactured fuck up, then Decca would have hired them. They would have signed them on in a heartbeat. Epstein had to peddle them. They had to run around, play Germany. It was a thing, But when they came and when they were good, and the music speaks for itself and it holds up time after time. And it's going to hold up. They're the Mozart, they're the Beethoven of the 20th century. And their music's going to live on and on and on like Mozart and the rest. Go ahead, Sue.
You wrenched Chilled Pint.
Chilled Pint. How the hell are you? Chilled Pint in the house.
Such a good name.
Boom, Chilled Pint. Yeah, it's a good name. There you go, Chilled Pint. With your Alfred E. Newman. You got the Alfred there. Almost such an. I know, Edwin, you're playing with fire there, buddy. But yeah, it's kind of crazy what's going on. I guess Jeffrey Epstein was texting this Democrat, and they timed. They got the log on the Epstein's phone because they have it, and then Jamie Raskin or something, one of these idiots, Democrat, I forget which one it is. It's like some politician, but one of these Democrats paid guards off to get if Trump's guilty. What are you doing bribing guards to turn over Ghislaine Maxwell's text messages so you can try and find something on Trump? You got nothing. At the end of the day, you got nothing. You don't want to put out a document that's been redacted. That's nothing as well. That's a problem. You don't want to put up a thing that says Trump had Thanksgiving dinner in 2017 with Jeffrey Epstein, and then pull the post down because it's unsubstantiated and you're looking for a lawsuit. Go ahead, Sue.
Another wrench needs to be up.
Okay, who do we got? Old Beatlemania. Dave, what the hell? Where have you been? Dave, you better get up here so I can talk to you. Where the hell have you been? I have missed you. Beatle Dave, Beatle guy. I've still got all my beautiful John Lennon pictures, the Beatle pictures for Beatle David. My favorite Beatle record is the Butcher cover that Harry gave me without the record. The record's irrelevant. If you've got an actual Butcher cover, it's the cover that's worth everything. The record doesn't matter. You can pick up any old record, and slip it in there, right? From yesterday and today. Okay. Yeah, exactly. If Paul really died, the guy who, not only is the guy who replaced him talented, he's one of the most talented musicians of all time. Unbelievable. Okay. Fox's acting career back. Lawrence Fox's acting career. Spring Hill Jim. Hey, Jim. Welcome to the show. There's no such thing as a bad boy. I do love him. Okay, question, Spring Hill Jim. Rach, did Beatle Dave buy some subscribers? Did someone buy them for him? Do you know what I think? I honestly think, and I like Dave. I don't think Dave has a mean bone or a corrupt bone in his body. He's a very sweet guy. I could totally see, because and I'll be totally dead honest and play it straight for you. I'll tell you honestly how I feel. I don't think he's the best presenter out there. I think Beatley Tone is a better presenter. And Beatley Tone was getting his ass kicked by him in terms of subscribers, right? Beatley Tone couldn't hold a candle to him. And Beatley Tone is such a great presenter. He's top tier for me. And I love Dave. And Dave's sincere, and he's honest, and he's kind, and he's good, and he's honest. And he would never buy. But I do believe the latter case. I honestly think, because I personally can't say, how the fuck did that happen? There are a lot of Beatle people out there, and I know that anything's possible. But my instincts tell me, yeah, somebody probably did him a nice favor and probably liked him and wanted to do a nice thing for him. That's my thought. That's all I'm thinking about him. Okay, David goes, there might be no such thing as a bad boy, Rachel, but there are a few jerks online for sure. But David, how are we going to redeem these poor lost souls? That's the deal, right? That is the challenge. You want to redeem these kids. Okay, who's Jim here to dox today? Now, this doxing thing, now here's the deal. I'm going to tell you again my thoughts on the dox, okay? We're going to tell you about the dox. There's information that is out there on the internet. You can go out there and find all sorts of information. I got a massive footprint out on the internet. So it's very easy to find information on me. I'm on Ancestry. I'm on Instagram. I'm all over the place.
But what about, you got to think about motive.
Well,
When
yeah,
you're looking at this,
yeah.
that's the important thing, that motive is
Yeah,
important.
the motive, I mean, obviously,
shitty.
it's to,
The motive
well,
is
it's,
shitty.
okay, it's to shit disturb,
Yeah.
right? It's to take a poke. But the point is, like, here's Rob, the
Not
wax.
like it happened by accident.
Yeah, but I know. But here's my whole philosophy about these things. You people take this fucking show and the whole internet, you take it way too seriously. It's so unimportant at the end of the day. Rob teaches in LA. Everybody knew that anyway. We know Rob's real name. Rob's put his own name out before. It's not like it was the world's most closely guarded secret, like it had never been said before. Yes, Sue's correct. Motive is all the proper thing. Don't be a dank. And you'll get along better with people if you care to. If you act nice and you don't, cause shit. Here's the thing. I just have fun, and people get mad at me. Rachel said that, and I said, and they don't realize that it's just a joke. I had idiots telling me, they go, "Oh, Rachel hates people on the autistic spectrum." If you believe that, you are functionally retarded. You are absolutely functionally retarded. Providing people's private information maliciously is what the moron did. There's no defense of it. Yeah, it was malicious, but it wasn't private because the information had been out. It was available. It was out there. It wasn't a secret. I think the militia, you got a stronger case with maliciousness than you do with secretive, right? I don't think there was any secretive thing about it. He didn't reveal tales out of class. I think what he did do was he was trying to get a rise out of you, and you rose to it. And my advice is don't bite because it's not important. Fucktards like Groovy Lisa and Paulina. Yeah, but they're their own people. Their problem is they take everything too seriously. Paulina, the angel of light, is what is she? She's a social self-described Latinx social justice warrior. Well, if you're a social fucking justice warrior, you're not going to give a, you won't like me. Okay. You won't like me at all. Plus, I'm really good at being a tranny.
You're a traitor tranny.
Yeah. Fuck that. And I'm so good at being a tranny. I fucking mastered it. That's the other thing. Yeah, Rachel would have to at least hate half of us here. She hated autistic people. Yeah, nothing could be truer than that. The fact that you're splitting hairs to defend it inside, no, I'm not, wrong, incorrect. Because all I'm saying is that the information was out there. I concur with the maliciousness. What I'm trying to tell you, I don't give a fuck. A flying fuck, grab my head, put it on a body, do some, parody video. You're going to care about that? Nobody gives a shit about that anymore. And I believe to a large extent, that's why the trolls have kind of given up that game because it's so, nobody cares, man. Nobody cares. Did he dox the waxed or not? The information was out there. He broadcast it. It wasn't a dox, but what it was he was being a dink. Spring Hill Jim was being a dink. Rach, genuine question. Go ahead. Okay, what do you want? Man comment. What's the comment about man? Okay. Rachel, I love when people pretend not to watch a show and pretend they didn't know you were still around. Well, whatever. People have their own reasons for coming and going and doing what they do. Man, I'm so glad, Tom, you're enjoying your thing, your coffee. I love it. What do you want to know? Like a trans thing? What do you want to know? Let me know. Talk to me. All the trends I know are gender critical, and it's hilarious watching people virtue signal on their behalf. Yeah, I opt out of the whole thing. I don't need a rainbow on the the glass pane of a window in the mall to tell me it's okay that I'm safe. I'm coming into a safe space as I buy a pair of socks. You know, who needs that? And I don't need the crosswalks painted in a rainbow to go, we're all, you know, that's social engineering, and I'm against it very much so. Oh my God. So, you know, I'm not worried about, you know, all that. I think it causes more harm than any good it ever did. And the kickback is just crazy. Walks like a dox, talks like a dox. It's a dox. Well, I leave it up to you. Your own jurisprudence, right? You can make your own call on it. If you think so, then you think so. To me, I don't care. It's neither here nor there for me. Neither here nor there. Not my circus, not my monkeys. That's my philosophy on all that. But you know, but yeah, I love this show, and I love the fact I can just see it here and, you know, answer very honestly, you know, and I will tell you honestly, I don't bullshit anybody. I laugh and I have a lot of fun and I joke, but I don't, I don't take it very seriously. Okay, Tokyo, you care about that? Care about what? Care about what? Elaborate on that. All I need is the Hunky Dory Divine Symmetry edition, and then everything will be all right. Wow. Hunky Dory, it's a good album. I got on CD. I got a lot of my Bowies on CD. We were talking about this in the, I think it was in the Patreon. I don't see, I don't believe that Bowie's albums were done just credit. He had a great team with him, but there are no truly great jaw-dropping sounding David Bowie. I defy you. I defy you. David Bowie sounded the best to me on an 8-track tape cranked out loud in the back of my car, or Rudy's car, or whoever's car I happened to be in. That was the deal. Okay, and we love you. We glove you. Yeah. Well, I glove you. I glove you. You know, and this is the thing, right? You know, like I'm a Christian. That's part of my resume. I wear it. I own it. I wear it proudly. Okay, here he is. Everyone's favorite victim, Rob the Wax. Rob,
I'm gonna fuck up your whole nonsense philosophy.
Yeah, go ahead. Fuck it up. Go ahead, Ringo.
Okay. How many Beatles paraphernalia shit do you own?
What paraphernalia?
T-shirts, posters.
Let
me finish. Other than the albums, T-shirts, posters, pictures, things that you would post everywhere. That British flag pillow. How is that any different than having a rainbow flag, Rachel? There's no difference.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a difference.
No, there isn't.
There's a fucking difference.
There's no difference,
the difference
Rachel.
is right here.
Someone comes up here.
My fucking
your whole nonsense.
I'm not making you do it on downtown.
No, Rachel, that's their space. If it's someone's space, Rachel, calm down.
You absolute fucking moron.
No, Rachel, see, she is triggered. Rachel, you are triggered right now. You are triggered. You are triggered, Rachel. You are triggered. You are triggered.
You dumb.
Hey, watch. Your whole philosophy is fucked with that regard. If it's a private business, Rachel, calm down. Because
I'm a fucking idiot. And
you're a fucking idiot. Rachel,
where do you find the pillow when you go to LA?
Hey, I have a degree. Listen, here's my legitimacy. My point means something. Here's Rachel. My point means something because I have a degree in psychology.
The difference between public property and
private property, Rachel.
Because you're a commie. And you commie bastards don't understand private property.
Rachel.
That is your problem.
Rachel.
That's why
I am not you're labeling me. I am not a
buffoon. You're a clown and a buffoon.
Rachel, did I call you a name?
Your head from a hole in the ground.
Shut her up.
You are
calling names, Rachel. Where's the name?
Motherfucking retard. Absolute.
Yeah,
nut.
Rachel, where's the name? Explain to me in this whole discourse where the name calling came from me. That didn't happen.
It
If it's
doesn't
private,
matter.
Rachel, let me finish
Hold
making
on.
my point.
You're an
Oh,
idiot. I don't have to hold on for fucking anything.
Rachel,
You're the
screaming,
one saying I
screaming
got
name
my
calling.
private pillow in
Facts,
my
facts,
private home. I'm not
facts,
sticking it
name
on
calling.
your door,
Facts,
asshole.
facts.
I'm not putting
You know
it
what?
on
I'm going
the
to change the
fucking
script.
Staples
All
Center
you
in
fucking
LA.
Beatle people,
It's in
all
the
you fucking
privacy
Beatle
of
people,
my
stop
own
showing your
home.
Beatles
You
shit.
don't understand that.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
the
understand. I
problem.
don't live in the world. I'm not a grown adult. Here, no name calling on my end, Rachel. Here's the
I
deal.
can articulate in a
most-
perfect
no,
way. Listen,
Rachel.
you commie bastard.
Rachel, here's my life, the real world I live in.
Yeah, go ahead.
All
Brink.
the rainbow flags I see are on private residences and private people wearing them.
You don't have
They are
them on
not.
crosswalks?
It's the fact that you don't like them. Tough shit.
No,
Tough
on
shit, Rachel.
crosswalks,
Because there's
public
no difference
property.
between a rainbow flag and a
Hold
Beatles
on.
t-shirt.
Yeah, there's a big one.
There's
It's
no
public
difference.
property.
There's
Numbnuts.
no difference.
My tax dollars are
Okay,
paid to
but
have
Rachel,
the fucking flag on the crosswalk.
90%,
Who paid for that, Wax? Who pays
99%
to get
of
these
flags,
state flags thrown all
Rachel,
over the
99%
crosswalk?
of rainbow flags are
And
private
if you don't
people
support
still.
buggery, then maybe your tax dollars can be put to better
Now,
use.
Rachel,
I don't
I'm
know.
sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All the
Sure,
rainbow
sure.
flags I ever see are on private property. I don't really see them as public displays.
They're all over. Sue, are they?
No, they're not. They're not. They're not. They're not. They're not. They're not. Rachel, they're not any more visible than Trump posters and flags and T-shirts and hats.
There are no
No,
Trump
Rachel.
posters there.
Oh, wait.
Downtown, but we
Can I
got
ask you a
gay
question?
shit all over the
Rachel,
place.
can I ask you a
Rub
question?
oil up, lube it up, and take
Calm
a walk
down.
down on
Calm down
Muscle
and stop
Gate.
screaming hateful things. Let me ask you a question that you
Hateful.
can answer.
Holy fuck, hate? Are you nuts?
You
What
just called me a
liberal.
retard and a motherfucker. Was that
that's
pleasant?
bad.
Was that out of love?
Yeah.
All right, Rachel. Let me ask you a question.
All right, go ahead.
Are there Trump paraphernalia posted everywhere, all over the place? Do you?
No.
How is that's a political movement, right? Trump. So is the rainbow thing. Is it a political movement? Yes. There's no difference, Rachel. So stop with your bullshit
Here
logic
they
and
are.
all this
Tax
shit.
dollars, you idiot. Here's the
None
variable.
of my tax
One
dollars
thought.
are going to rainbow
One
flags.
thought. Okay, the challenge was put to me.
I'm on a wait, Rachel.
Here's
Rachel,
my
the government.
thought.
The
My
government.
tax dollars don't pay for Trump paraphernalia.
My logic.
My tax dollars don't
political
put up the
campaign.
Liberal Party. My tax dollars do come in, and my tax dollars do go to painting these liberal.
Rachel, are you? Let me ask you a question.
Buggered up rainbow
The
flags
U.S. is different.
all over
Okay,
every
Rachel, can I ask you a
goddamn
question?
street and
Rachel, I'm
crosswalk.
already going to blow a hole in your argument. I have another hole to blow in your argument, Rachel.
And it's a misappropriation of funds.
Rachel, okay. So when you donate to a political figure, is it tax exempt? Yes or no?
What?
When you donate your money to a political figure, is it tax exempt?
Yeah.
Well, we should be collecting taxes on that money, right?
No.
So therefore, there's a political thing that you get tax exempt by donating to a political figure. So that, in a sense, is no taxes are being taken from it. It affects us as a public. It is transfer of money to a political figure. It should be taxed just like the church should be taxed.
You're in Russia.
The churches are not taxed.
You moved
The
out of
church should be
Muscle Beach.
taxed.
You're right down Central.
You're such a phony with a limp-wristed.
Our tax
You have
dollars
such a
go to
limp-wristed
paint
take
these
on these
fucking
things.
signs all over the
You are
place.
seriously
That
talking out of your ass right now.
And
It's the same logic you have with the
overreach and indoctrination.
Can you wrench up the
Popcorn, hey Scotty, how you doing?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm having a
Rachel,
kick
let me
here.
explain another thing.
I have to get
Rachel, the rainbow flags that were painted like on sidewalks.
Yeah,
I believe they were done by private groups. They were not publicly funded to do that.
How come they're on public roads? Who owns the fucking road?
Well, it doesn't matter, Rachel.
It matters.
There are exemptions
it matters.
Okay, Rob. Rachel, I'm gonna do an abstract example that you can't get angry about. Have you ever heard of what public auditors are? Do you know what that means?
Yes, I know what a public. I got more education than you, Rob.
No, you don't, Rachel.
Yeah,
so
I do.
Calm down. So, do you know what a public auditor is?
You know,
hold on, Rachel. Let me help you out. It's such a lame take if you have to understand that either people respect what you say or they don't. The fact that you have to underline that you have more education than someone
Yes.
doesn't help your cause. So
It does. It does.
That's
And
a
those who
stupid.
are
You know what?
from
That's a
Harvard.
poorly argued take.
Hey,
Rachel.
Harvard. Rob, this is
Did you go to
fired up.
Harvard,
You gotta be
Rachel?
fired up.
No. Community college education is not the best education, Rachel.
I love it.
Okay.
Fellow
So
Republicans, I just
hold on,
absolutely
Rachel. Did
love
you fully?
your
Wait.
support
Did you fully
at this
pay?
time against
Hold on.
liberal
I'm going to help you,
nonsense
Rachel.
coming
I've
in
got
from
two
this border.
examples that you can't defend.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
public auditors, I don't agree with public auditors. I think they're stupid and they cause too much trouble.
All
But
right.
they're allowed to do what they do because they do it public property.
On the
right?
public goal.
So if I hang a rainbow flag, it's public property. I could do whatever I want. I could public audit, which I don't agree with. And I'm not the biggest proclaimer of what I believe and stuff. I don't wear paraphernalia. I'm a Commanders fan. I'm not wearing.
I tell you, man,
card.
the indoctrination,
Okay, so
the misappropriation of public monies to
Rachel, hold on. I have a point to make here. I have a point to make. Okay. Rachel, when you went to college, did you 100%?
I went to university, Rob.
Okay, when you university is a group of colleges, Rachel. When you went to university, Rachel, did you fully fund your education? Did you pay for it all yourself?
No, I relied on the public dole.
Okay, everyone. So we can blame our tax dollars for this lack of whatever education
but
she
you
got.
have to pay. I mean,
Rachel, sorry,
I'm still liable for it. Yeah, but I'm in Canada. Hold on, I'm in socialist Canada. It's de rigueur up there.
Yeah. But I thought you don't agree with socialism.
I had to pay it.
Benefit of socialism, but doesn't agree with socialism.
There's no free ride.
Hold on. At us that she has an education.
You're wrong.
But it was created by socialism.
I got a loan, Rob. I got a loan. I didn't get a grant.
Socialism, right there, guys.
I got a loan.
She celebrates that she's smarter than you because she has a college degree.
I got a loan, Rob. It's a university degree, bachelor degree.
Now the sex change, that was different.
Now the sex change was different. Yeah.
I'm not even coming towards your choice in life, Rachel. That's not my concern, and it's.
I'm coming with your choice in life.
Well, I'm Rachel. All my choices.
Your thinking is so asinine.
Hey, Rachel, you know what? All my education paid for by Rachel. No loans.
Listen, so when you go across
two college degrees, Rachel.
You have to think about
college degrees, all paid for myself. No public money paid. Hey, everyone.
Commandments on each crosswalk
she's the result of publicly funded education.
Liberals.
No.
I guess you're happy with that.
Rachel, I have 2 college degrees. Never use loans. Never use public money to pay for my college. But you did. Rachel.
There's
the benefits of socialism right there, guys.
You liberals are full of shit. Oh, fuck. Keep on texting Jeffrey Epstein, you motherfuckers.
Well, Rachel, that's not my argument. Rachel, what you're doing is you're transposing something on me. I could give a shit about Jeffrey.
No, I'm talking to Massey.
You're talking to me because I'm on screen with you destroying. I've just destroyed every argument you've had, Rachel.
You believe, Massey. January 6th, you fucking moron. Fucking libtard.
But you're Rachel again. You're going a playbook.
Hi, Rachel.
You can't bring up original takes.
How are you,
Rachel? You can't bring up original takes. So you're going through this whole playbook that you do.
My playbook is
sex. Blah blah blah.
Beginning and ending.
Rachel, how much is the steak?
Don't go to pay for it.
How much is a steak in Canada right now?
Because you're a butt against.
How much is a steak in Canada right now?
Where you sit,
Rachel? How much is a steak right now?
How
much in Canada? Yeah, good steak.
Oh, it's expensive. It's
Rachel, but that affects me. January 6th doesn't affect me, Rachel.
January 6th affects you. You're going to find out.
No, it doesn't. How?
Because it creates a narrative.
Now what Rachel's doing is she's doing a textbook argument where she's taking something that doesn't affect my life.
It speaks
she's trying to make it my point.
It speaks to corruption, a corrupt government. And
this all started with your horrible take.
We're lining them up, and we're popping
Rachel
them down.
Staple Face Jim. Rachel defends Staplehead Jim. I don't know why.
Did you see them all invited in, Massey, with the handshakes, and here's the door, and how you doing? How do you do? Sure,
You-
Massey, keep believing that
Dude,
shit.
can we lock Mazzy and Rachel in a room together? Because they could both have each other with their repetitive
Marjorie
takes
Taylor
on nonsense.
Greene is an absolute. She has just been shown up for what she is. I believe she's been giving blowjobs to Thomas Massey.
That
Those
hasn't
fuckers
historically
are
been
never
the case.
Trumpers. She's going to
Hey,
get her
Can
ass
we pull up the
primary.
video of
She's
Rachel
gonna
praising
get
Marjorie
that
Taylor
right the
Greene,
hell
please?
out.
Can we pull up the
Seize
video of
the
Rachel
cows. Pull
praising?
the string. Pull the string. Seize
Rachel,
the cows.
can we pull up the video of you praising Marjorie Taylor Greene? Because I know it did happen.
No, it never happened.
Yes, it did.
No, there you find it. You find it, and then we'll be
Yeah,
able
Rachel's very as a
I
matter
love
of
it.
convenience.
I love how MAGA is always
Matter
MAGA.
of
MAGA
convenience,
is always MAGA. We are MAGA. We fight against the never
Yes,
Trumpers. And we say
when
fuck them hell.
you supported Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I know
Okay, it would be nice if Rachel cared about being persuasive. Alas, the ad hominem negates her take. Who gives a fuck, Marty? I'm not here to proselytize, motherfucker.
yes,
I'm
you
here
are.
to tell
You
what I
do. You
think.
proselytize
I'm
all the
telling you
time.
that I don't like these fucking gay flag fucking, and I have to pay for them,
No,
and I don't like it, and I don't
Rachel,
want to pay for it, and I
Rachel,
don't want
without
my
going
tax
on the
dollars
internet-
going to it. But
without
go
going-
ahead. I
without
don't mind
going
my
on the
tax
internet,
dollars going to a
give me
big
two
Jesus
examples.
cross on every crosswalk.
Give me
In fact, they're called
Naomo.
crosswalks. Let's have Jesus on every crosswalk.
Give me
And the
two
Ten
examples.
Commandments, and let's have Bible prayer in the market. Praise God.
Rachel, give me two
I have to have
examples.
my tax dollars for
Give
that.
give me two examples of Pride public funds for Pride in Naomo, wherever you live, whatever the name of it.
Well, downtown, the streets, all the sidewalks, I already told you about them.
Was it done by a private group?
No, it's not done privately.
No,
It's done by the
it was a
city.
private group. I'm almost certain a private group.
Wrong. Nah, wrong.
Rachel,
You're
if I
definitely
pay,
no, I'm
Rachel,
just-
here's the
I'm
argument.
laid
If
back,
I
man.
pay, if
I'm
I
just
pay my
telling you
tax,
show,
oh
and
Rachel,
I tell you
I
how
pay
I
my
think.
tax dollars.
That's not proselytizing. I'm just telling you what I think
If
about.
I pay my
Thomas
tax
Marine.
dollars and I'm okay with
That's
the
my
pride
show.
flag,
This is a tenor of my show, and I just love it.
Rachel, are we equals in paying taxes?
Tax
Yes or no?
dollars here in Canada.
No,
and
no.
the
Let's just say, as citizens of an area that we pay taxes, are we equal as people? Yes or no?
What? Where? What? So what's the question? Sorry.
So if we both pay our tax dollars to the public, are we both equal in your eyes? Me and you are equal as taxpayers. Yes or no?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
So why is your decision that something shouldn't be there as a taxpayer, but let's say my decision is I'm okay with it being there as a taxpayer? Why does that negate my problem?
Because sure, I'm happy to help it because it's social engineering. It's
No, Rachel. But why isn't your take social engineering? Why isn't the way you decide to make decisions? How do we know the way you came to be was not socially engineered? You were even with you being a Beatles fan. How do we know that was not socially engineered?
Well, then we're back into what we were talking about a little earlier about conspiracy.
Essentially, the design of pop culture and people being part of it is social engineering. Yes or no? It is.
Pop culture is social engineering.
Yes.
There are capitalist interests that are interested in it.
Let's take an example. Let's pick someone here who's a fan of such an obscure band, but they talk about it all the time. Let's go with AGK. Remember him? He loved that. He loved that golden earring. But golden earring is not a big band. They don't have a large fan base. So is the result of the mass not accepting golden earring as like the Beatles? That's socially engineered. The fact that a band that might be good doesn't catch on, but the mass of people, the status quo, pick the Beatles. That's social engineering, Rachel. It is.
All right, hang on here.
It is.
Hang
Polls
on.
and arguments. Isn't it convenient for me that
Well,
there's so
here's
many
the deal.
of them?
Here's the deal. It depends who is doing the engineering. Is it government or private interest? That makes it different.
Well, Rachel, we hold on. You've said this term a million times. The mainstream media. The mainstream
media. We like to use
you know who controls the mainstream media, Rachel? Organizations, companies that design everything to socially engineer you to watch them and do all that. So I mean,
I recognize that.
There's holes in such your argument. It's not even funny.
Okay, here you go. Hang on. Here we go. Here's the kind of shit I'm talking about.
All you Beatles fans, you were socially engineered to be fans of that group.
Yeah, I disagree. Because there's free will and all that.
You're just saying But
Okay,
there's free will in
here's
every.
what I don't like,
No,
vinyl community. This is commercial. This kind of
okay,
bullshit.
but
Look
who
at
put
this.
that there? Was it a
The
private group?
city put it there. You
No,
can't just go up.
I doubt
You
very seriously
cannot
the city
go.
put it there.
And I don't know what it's like in America, but in Canada, you can't just go up and paint the street the way you fucking want.
They're put there by pride organizations.
There you go. Thank you, Sue.
In agreement with city council.
Yeah, but
City
again,
council has to sign
they
off
didn't
on it.
pay. I'm almost certain they didn't pay 1 red cent to have that painted. It was a private group who raised funds on their own.
Rob's right.
The government did not fund the Beatles.
But that has nothing to do with social engineering. Pat,
I would
Pat,
argue
Pat, you're a baked potato, Pat. Don't
these
join this
still have
conversation.
purple people in office. They're elected in, and then they bring in all these leftist commie ideas.
Rachel, I'm not spewing that. I don't vote for people who don't have my point
but
of view.
I'm having to pay with it my tax dollars. We have a national broadcaster in Canada. I don't want my tax dollars going to the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation either.
Yes.
I got to tell you, I don't think British people particularly want their tax dollars going to support the BBC. Crosswalk walk community, absolutely.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Isn't there famous recordings of the Beatles, Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin at the BBC? The government social engineered you to be fans of those groups.
Powerful comment. Okay, speaking of commies, one of my favorites and yours, Norman fuck around
Mazzy, I hope you stay on my wavelength of thinking. Rachel, are you fans of Kermit the Frog? What's your feelings about Kermit the Frog?
PBS.
But we were socially engineered to be fans of Sesame Street.
Yeah, but the thing is, when they go gay, go gay, then they social engineer. I don't like it. Oh, I got 2 mummies and I'm 4 years old.
Rachel, can I sing a song, Rachel? Can I sing a song? Can I sing a song?
Yeah, of course, Rob. Here we go.
And this is me, Sue, Mazzy, and Rachel.
Right.
Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection. I was socially engineered to like that song.
That is beautiful right there. Okay, Mazzy, you got commie thoughts. Go ahead.
First of all, in terms of where our tax money go, I would totally support a checklist. You know, the checklist of how much you want for this and for this.
Yeah.
I would support public broadcasting. I would support the arts. I would cut other things. If each of us could click a box where a percentage of our tax funds go to, I would totally support that. What I said in the comments here, you're worried about certain communities that support those gay crosswalks.
I don't think it's communities. I believe the state has come in behind it.
Let me, if you want me to talk, wait, Rob. Wait, I just got here.
Yeah.
Obviously, in San Francisco, you have the Castro district, which is not totally, but
San Francisco. Check that off on your
yes. In Seattle, we have the area here, the whatever you want to call it, the Capitol Hill here that has those crosswalks. Now, we're not using government funds to paint it. Private funds are painting those, but it is a community that supports it. Okay, in that community, they don't come into the suburbs and say, we're going to paint gay flags or the flag on your crosswalk. They don't do that here. You're talking about all our tax money. I would say get all rid of those our tax dollars that are giving churches and synagogues and every religious institution tax-free lives. They should pay taxes. We are supplementing these religious organizations not paying taxes. That's the biggest bullshit.
I said that earlier.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. And in fact, in 2025, I'd agree with you. Part of the problem is because you have private functions, doing charity work. This becomes the whole issue of charitable donation. But because we're in a post-Christian era, I think the time is long past. Tax them all. I'm fine with it.
Sue, rainbows aren't the only thing. I don't know if wherever you live, we've had, again, in the cities I've been in, when our quote sports teams win, they've painted crosswalks to supplement a sports team when they win a Super Bowl or a World Series or something.
Not sports teams.
Yeah, we're talking ideologies.
No, but
it
a
is an
sports,
ideology.
not everyone's into sports, and that's a private
You
institution.
can stretch it. The
Sports-
city, the
wait,
sports
sports
team
teams-
represents the city.
Sports team.
If it's
yeah,
the
but
Seattle.
Oh,
if
no,
it's
Rachel,
Seattle,
I have
that's
another
bullshit.
example
Sports
to get
teams
you.
are
I haven't
privately
got you,
owned.
Rachel.
Okay, go ahead, Rob.
What
Sports
college
teams are
football?
privately owned.
You say this all the time. Which college football team do you support, Rachel?
I love Texas A&M.
Okay, have you ever been to a Texas A&M game, Rachel?
Only on TV. I'm a living.
Okay, if you are not a fan or ever been to a high-level college football game in the U.S.,
yeah.
you will think you're around maniacs that are part of a cult. I promise you this. Rachel, they show up days in advance with their trailers and they park at the stadium to tailgate days in advance. Do you understand this?
Oh,
a lot
I
of the
totally
fa-
get it.
you know what? A
So
good
that's
percentage.
with the
hold
word
on.
fan fanatic, right? I get it.
Well, a good portion of college fans, football fans, didn't even go to the university. They're what I call sideline alumni.
Yeah,
They're huge fanatical fans, crazy people.
I like the name Texas A&M. It's a cool name.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
So there's a perfect example.
Now,
a city has. I've lived in cities, so there's always things that are painted. You're just picking on.
Well, when you do a football team or a basketball team or a baseball team that represents the city, then
but they don't. They're private institutions. They're for profit. The people that own those sports teams are making billions of dollars.
It has to be approved by the city council in our country.
Yeah, well, it's the same with crosswalks. They're approved by city council.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got a bunch of commies.
And if a neighborhood,
social engineering.
Okay, can I show a picture?
If the community didn't support those,
well, then Mazzy's got to do his point. Then
if the communities didn't support those crosswalks, they wouldn't be there. Okay, the community support them
because they'll be labeled like anti-gay if they don't like the crosswalk. So people know
or the anti-sports. If you don't like the 49er crosswalk,
well, there's no moral. But there's no moral.
If we have Pearl Jam month, what if I don't like Pearl Jam and there's all this Pearl Jam?
There's no moral cost. There's no moral cost on a sports team. Okay, Rocky Balboa. It's right.
Now you're using your morals.
Now, hold on, Rachel. Do you know what this statue is? Yes or no?
Yeah, it's Rocky Balboa.
Where is it? Where is it?
Philadelphia. He's on the step.
All right, where specifically? It's on.
It's the Philadelphia corridor.
It was erected by the city. A movie character. Erected by the city.
Right.
Indoctrination of movies and pop culture forces a city to pay for a statue of a fictional character.
It's not like I'm telling your little Bobby, we're going to raise
Rachel, it's the act of hold on, Rachel. Forget about take the emotion out of it, Rachel.
But we're not talking about the legitimation of
my tax dollars went to erect a statue of a movie character.
You two buggers. Go ahead.
My tax dollars went to erect a statue of a fictional movie character in city grounds.
Yeah.
That is no different than all the nonsense you're talking about, Rachel.
I want to respond to KRWB because it's true about that, about why should cities pay for stadiums and things. When AT&T Park, it was called Pac Bell Park originally, the San Francisco Giants Stadium, when that was built, there were votes over the years to build a stadium and it kept failing in areas. And finally, private money built that stadium. That was totally private money. Did they get tax breaks? Probably, but totally private money. All the other league owners were very upset at San Francisco owners because they didn't want to follow that pattern that San Francisco kind of did first in terms of private money. And they did a fabulous stadium. The community supported, the city supported. It's one of the best baseball stadiums in the country. And it was all private funds. Yes, you get tax breaks or property, but all the business that was brought in there, all the revitalization that was brought in there, you could call it gentrification, whatever. It's been very successful there. And other cities were upset about that. Finally, that pattern is more common than it used to be. But at that point, 30-something years ago, that wasn't happening. So yeah, I don't think these rich billionaire sports owners should get a fucking dime from the cities. Maybe obviously some infrastructure and things like
Yeah,
that.
but Mazzy,
You'll get your ass
as a
sued if you
business
won't
as a
bake in
business
cake.
practice, the reason they get the tax incentives, like
Yeah, I
let's say a movie, the whole principle behind giving tax incentives is an average movie will leave millions and millions of dollars
I do understand that.
So there's a business understanding on that.
But in sports, it was
whether you-
practice for the city to kick in for the building. And
Yeah,
that's
but I promise you that, okay, let's say you get a Super Bowl in your city. In 2 weeks of a Super Bowl being in the city, the money that they sometimes talk about is $200 to $400 million that is generated by that. So it is a good, in principle, business decision. But let Mazzy, your argument would be better for something like this: Mount Rushmore, which technically was built on a Indian reservation and taken back by the U.S. government, but it's government land. Our tax dollars pay for it, and then they erect a tribute to presidents. That's my tax dollars doing it. I'm almost positive that not all four of these figures, there are people critical of them and don't support a lot of what they did. But Rachel, if you're gonna allow
the highest office in the country, right?
Yeah, but Rachel, if you're gonna allow something like that to be built, you can't be really that upset when people who pay taxes are gay and they want to celebrate their pride.
Again, we get into
you can't have both of them.
One is an ideological and, dare I say, a moral issue, and the other is simply
only a moral issue if you're a fucking religious zealot.
Rachel, how many presidents has the U.S.
fucking
had?
religious zealots that are making this morality bullshit?
Hold on, I'm dealing with battling libtards here. Massey, go ahead. You had your little.
It's certain religious morals that are dictating this, and I don't subscribe to those religions. And there are things that people do that I don't really care if they do. If you're religious and believe in something, fine. Just keep it out of, telling me that I can't.
Don't give them ideas. Rob will be the first one to be up there with a lick of paint.
Oh, hold on. Let's be straight. I've been giving lots of examples.
Hold on, Rob. Don't say straight.
You know what?
Rob,
Rachel,
let's be straight. That's a little
straight, Rachel. Right, Rachel, because you make a lot that of people's sexuality. I'm a straight person.
Yes.
So that's who I am. But Rachel, my whole feeling is if I'm able to go out and buy records and do what I want, so everyone should be able to go out and be free to do what they want as long as it's not illegal. That's my whole philosophy.
Right.
And I don't split hairs with it. That's my philosophy. You should be able to do what you want. I should be able to do what I want. But then when you start putting your feelings on other people and what you want, then those same feelings have to be put on you, Rachel. They have to be put on everyone.
Right, Sue, you're so right. That refutes Rob completely. And
how is she refuting me?
Because, okay, so go ahead. Okay. So when they put down the little gay thing, that's you imposing your gayness on me, or I have to walk and acknowledge your gayness on the street.
So these sidewalks are turning people gay?
Yeah.
These sidewalks are turning people gay, Rachel?
Hey, Grant, I'm very happy
I'm
very happy to announce that Donald John Trump pays for all of that.
Rachel,
out of his own
I walk by manger scenes. I'm not offended by manger scenes.
Are they on government property?
Yeah,
there have been some.
Yeah, they shouldn't be on government
Rachel,
property.
Christmas trees.
Hold on.
Christmas trees. I don't mind Christmas
city hall
trees.
you go to has Rachel.
They should not be on government property.
Christmas trees are, and I don't mind
holiday
Christmas
season.
trees.
Rachel, give me a break. Every government area I've been in during the holiday season have had decorations for Christmas, Rachel.
Christmas and in the holiday, I mean, some of us are Festivus, other people are the rainbow delight. It's like Easter. The Easter bunny isn't in the Bible. Okay, kids,
you're drinking the Kool-Aid.
Santa Claus ain't in the Bible.
Rachel, you're watching too many of those tomato arguments videos.
I love my tomato.
To bring up like this rainbow flag thing that no one really cares about either way. It's there where it is. No one's come into your neighborhood to paint it. No one's arguing about it. You're bringing, this is one of those false things like Trump does to get away from,
is this another commie?
to get away from the real news, all
another
the stuff
commie
he's been
tenant.
doing. And now all the shit's hitting the fan of his blowjobs and his fucking 8-year-olds and 15-year-olds.
You got nothing on that, buddy.
Well,
you know what? You got Democrats texting Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
The crimes are coming right to Obama. You fuckers are going down. Mazzy, your people are getting so fucking arrested. Hey, why did the Democrats pull their fucking 2017 Thanksgiving dinner invitation for Trump and Epstein? Because they're going to get their asses sued, motherfucker. Here's another one.
Changing the subject again.
Why did they come along and say and redact the name from Virginia Giuffre? Because they would have shown that she is a witness that said Trump is entirely innocent. You got nothing.
Rachel, if they're a Democrat,
Swalwell, House Fang, more mortgage fraud on you. You're going up the river. Letitia James, you're going James Comey.
Rachel, all those suits.
Keep
Rachel,
it rolling.
They can't even find a competent person to prosecute.
Justice is coming. MAG.
Well, hold on, Rachel.
Make America great again.
So you're bringing a barrage of nonsense up. They can't even find a competent prosecutor. They can't even find competent. Rachel, they can't even find competent prosecutors to prosecute these people. Their things are falling apart.
Yeah. Oh, you think they're falling apart? Talk to me in January.
Hey, Rachel, if they find
why is January? Hold on, Mazzy, shush.
When someone starts, you need to let them finish. So fuck you.
I was talking.
You weren't.
Yes, I was. And Rachel. Why is January some sort of date that I should worry about? Why can't it happen now? Trump is president now, and then it'll be president in January.
Well, I gotta tell you,
why do I have to wait till January? Why do you know that I don't?
Okay.
Why is January a day?
Because
why do I have to circle the calendar, Rachel?
Okay. Do you want to answer? Are you going to keep talking? You finished? Or can I get a word in? All right. So here's the reason: is because they've convened grand juries, so they look at the investigation, they pull the evidence together. Apparently, they feel that they're still working on those. They are convened right now.
They can't even
it's not de facto.
They can't even give a judge. They don't.
Are they working on the health plan too? They started 20 years ago. Is the health plan coming? The new health replace?
Mazzy, here's what's funny about the way your feeling about things is not much different than mine. But here's where there's a flaw in the way you present yourself. You repeat the same 5 things over and over and over again.
Because they're major things.
No, but they're not.
Why don't you go after
hold on.
Bitch?
Let me explain to you.
It's getting heated.
Why there's such flaws in the way you present yourself. Rachel is giving you a prime opportunity to show.
And respond.
I have been, Mazzy, and here's why you should think more abstractly. Why is being a Beatles fan and wearing their paraphernalia any different than someone who supports Pride and has flags? There's no difference, right, Mazzy? There's none.
I agree.
And social engineering, that's the whole principle of pop culture and buying things and everything.
You're absolutely blind.
No, Rachel, your shreddies nonsense. I'm going to give you hold on. I'm going to give you back.
The difference between the Beatles is I don't see Beatles on my crosswalk.
Right, Rachel.
They do in Liverpool.
I seriously have a question. You're a fan of the shreddies. You like the shreddies, right?
The shreddies is a Canadian tradition.
How was shreddies presented to you as a child?
It was presented with happy little shreddy people, and it was a healthy fortified meal. There were TV commercials as you watched. It had riboflavin.
Rachel, it was presented to you as you watched your TV shows, your cartoons, right? They were commercials for shreddies, right?
Matt, don't you know what
you were socially engineered to like shreddies, Rachel? You were.
Yeah, that's your thought. Go ahead, Norman.
Okay. Drinking game again. San Francisco has 7 hills. One of the hills has this big, giant, it's Mount Davidson, it's called, in San Francisco. It's a neighborhood.
Robert, having a little memory lane. We're going back early days.
Yes, and I think since the 1950s.
Can you pull out your shreddies whistle, Rachel?
Since the 1950s, this is the public land of San Francisco. Golden Gate National Recreation Area, I guess, has a big, giant white cross on it. It's been there for 60, 70 years. I don't mind it. It's iconic. A big white fucking cross. What do you think that represents? That's on public land. That is supported, maintained by public tax dollars.
How come that's even allowed to be there with famous gay San Francisco?
Well, it's been there.
Isn't it a symbol of hatred for you fuckers? Holy shit, Rob. What are we doing here? Beatle collectibles? Holy shit.
Socially engineered to be a Beatles fan.
All right. Now, hold on. Don't nobody insult Rob. I'm the only one allowed to.
Hold on. Hey, Hatfield, take your finger and insert it in your rectum, because there's no cluelessness to me.
Look at that. That's a big fucking cross.
Yeah, but is it on a church property, man?
No, it's on public property in San Francisco. It's maintained.
Okay, wait. I'm going to fight for its right to be there. Who paid for it?
I'm saying I'm fine with it.
I'm asking you a question, Mazzy. Who paid for its erection and who installed it? Who paid for all that?
I don't know.
If it was a private group, then I'm okay with it.
Let's see.
I'm okay with it being there if a private group paid for it and installed it. That's me.
Oh, it was okay. It was a memorial to the Armenian genocide in 1915.
Oh, well, then it's not about Jesus. It's about
but it's still
a cross.
Who paid for it, Matt?
I'm fine
because the Armenians were a Christian nation, Norman.
I'm fine with that. The point is, I'm fine with
the Armenian Society of Love.
Rachel, do you like the?
I love
shawarma?
Armenians. Yeah.
Do you like the shawarma?
Yes, of course, we all do. I have a beach class necklace from Hawaii on me right now. Well, Siegel, I'm so proud of you. That is a wonderful fashion statement.
You've been indoctrinated by the Polynesian people.
You know, the Polynesians is a good bunch. Now, here's the deal. I'm just saying that with our tax dollars going to all this shit, I just think, and the whole thing, I don't mind. Like, I get when a corporation's trying to manipulate us to buy their product, buy your kids, buy your
social engineering.
But if it's my government, the government should ostensibly, in a perfect world, be, well, certainly in terms of issues like that, where as part of their voting base, part of the population does not sanction it, and that's part of the problem.
They have Easter sermons at this cross every year.
Yeah.
It was built in 23. It was arson fired 4 years later, rebuilt. It was seen in the movie Dirty Harry. So if you watch Dirty Harry, you can see that.
I was indoctrinated by Dirty Harry, right?
It was used in the streets of San Francisco. So anyway,
go ahead,
again, the point is, I think it's fine. It adds something, and it's on public land, and so what?
Trump's just authorized the DOJ to go after somebody. We're going to dig into it. So the DOJ's work on it. Let's see what happens.
Rachel, if they find Democrats, and there will be, they should.
There's going to be more.
They should. They should go after them too. See, the difference between you and I, you protect Donald Trump no matter what he does. If there's a Democrat that did fucked up things like that.
The whole thing, let's understand about the cross. First of all, this cross, so it's not a Christian thing per se.
But it represents it. Now, it
represents genocide of a Christian nation.
I know.
Infamously by the Islamic
Turks. But it's used now every year.
Turks. It's like having a Star of David.
It's used on Easter
memorial for the fucking 6 million Jews that were incinerated by the fucking Nazis.
See, I like the cross.
Star of David. It symbolizes a Jewish nation.
I'm fine with the cross. I'm fine
with the Star of David, my friend. Yeah. I'll have you that much. I'm fine with the Star of David. And I'm telling you, if you have a Holocaust memorial with the Star of David, nobody should complain about that. It's symbolic of the Jewish people.
But some people do. Because some people like you, not you in this case, deny the Holocaust even happened.
Yeah, well, not me. Epstein's best friend sure is fighting. No. Trump's already said release it all. That's not what's happening. So
he said that 2 years ago, and then
Well, we got different people. We just had a motion to release all of it. On the night of the ending of the shutdown, tremendous victory. And
but it's because Rachel, they swore in a Democrat, and then they had enough signatures to release it.
And so now the Dems have all signed it now.
No.
Dems
Rachel,
the
it took more than hold on. It took more than Democrats to get this motion, but it still doesn't. It's a motion.
Oh, here we
It
go.
has
Then it's happening.
Hold on.
It's
It has to be
happening.
voted on to release the documents. But
Trump already said DOJ go for it, but the Dems did vote no on the night of the shutdown ending. Incredible night, big victory for MAGA. Sexual preference should not be taught in schools. Growing up is confusing enough. This is social engineering. Yeah, of course.
Do you have examples of that being taught in
Common
schools?
says, I have 3 daddies. That's kind of an example of it. That kind of, these little books are Billy's first dress, breaking down gender norms. And of course, we're seeing a whole transplosion.
What about taking away history like slavery and World War II?
We're against
Indian nations, and they're taking history out of books in certain states.
We're against slavery on this program.
But they want to take the history of the stuff out.
What do you mean the history of it? What are you talking about?
Can I ask you? I have a serious
Trump
question.
says, I don't want all this slavery stuff. It looks it's too sad to look at.
Wait. Can I ask a question? You guys are having the same argument for 5 years.
It was a good
serious question. Do either of you know any school age kid, and I mean kids from 6 years old to 17 years old?
Yes.
Do any of you know them?
At this point,
have you ever hung out with any of them to kind of form an opinion? These motherfuckers. Hold on, Matty. I'm helping you.
I have friends that have young
These
kids.
people do not read. They don't read. So these books that you're so worried about, they don't even read them because they don't read. You people are ridiculous.
Russ, be calm. You're doing fine. God. By the way, I'm doing my blood pressure. This is day 3, Rob. I'm not taking my high blood pressure medication. Remember, I was quite chubby, and but now my blood pressure for 3 days in a row has been very good indeed.
Hey, DJ Joel, I don't need to see the curriculum. Whatever they're teaching, kids don't read. They don't read. They're poorly trained in education.
That's because of Democrat blue states. Their legibility issues
sorry,
are all
Rachel,
over the
but
map.
if you're gonna rank schools, those schools.
Listen, Scobie, settle the hell down. Okay, let's cool the temperature down. We're going to.
Are we gonna do a whole thing of torturing Staple-Faced Jim for doxing me?
No, Rob. We already discussed that.
But let me ask you. We didn't discuss it. Hey, Rachel.
Yes.
If you right now sit there and type my name into the internet, where I work and what I do doesn't really come up. You have to purposely jump through some hoops and really seriously look for it. So that's what that dude did. And I believe the dude didn't even do that. It was provided to him by the king moron. So Rachel, and that person actually spent a lot of time trying to find that information. Even though you say it's out there, technically it is, but it's not easily accessible. So in that regard, he doxed me. Someone went through extreme efforts to find that information and provide it to people. That is doxing. There is no clean trail to anyone when it comes to the internet. There's none.
Listen.
Someone went through concerted effort to find that information.
It was done maliciously, but the information
first of all, it was done. Rachel, how do you know in that guy's heart he wasn't thinking, "Oh, well, I'll dox him"? Seriously, I will provide information that he doesn't. Rachel,
yeah,
I think the whole thought was I will provide information that he doesn't publicly provide. It's not really listed many places. I will provide information that's not easily accessible. He went through concerted effort to do this. He doxed me. That's what he did.
Gay Dan, if he had managed to bugger you for a few years in a row.
You can skip around everything. And you know what? Let's say there is a legit argument, but there's these other types of lawsuits where you sue people and win because it's not pertained to the law and what's legal. The malicious intent of what he did is, again, Rachel, we've been through this together.
Yes.
There's been more than one person who doesn't like me and publicly tried to get me taken away.
Yes.
And they failed.
They failed big time. They failed because they keep on failing because we love Rob. Now, Massey, this is the thing. The big story right now is Den Bosch. Rob, you're making your way there. You're going to be there in the spring. Massey has voiced dissatisfaction.
He needs to be.
No, I am considering it. I'm considering going in April. I have not made plans. I'm not sure.
It's not like you have anything to do, Mazzy.
Well,
you're retired.
I'm considering it.
Okay, so you are thinking you're going to go to Den Bosch because you've seen the pictures. Your social.
Well, you know what? To be honest with you, people think about Den Bosch going to Europe and stuff. It's probably cheaper for me to go for a week in Den Bosch and Amsterdam than New York for a week these days. Manhattan.
It is. Well, it is factually cheaper.
Yeah. I mean, hotels like a fraction of what it would be in New York City or Airbnb, if you can get an Airbnb in the city. There are some, and you can, but I'd like to go, but I'm okay.
You're changing your tune because last time you expressed some hesitancy.
Unlike you, I am adaptable. I can be swayed different ways on certain issues, and I want to hear all sides.
There might be a lot of gay sidewalks, Mazzy. That might be.
God. I've been to Amsterdam. They'll be over there.
I've been to Amsterdam. I've been to Rotterdam. I saw Dylan and Bob Marley and Eric Clapton at a festival in Rotterdam. So I have been there. There's a lot of gay stuff. There's sex all over. Hash was legal back in the 70s.
Hey, Rachel, someone asked a question.
Go ahead, Rob.
I don't know who Joni Schnitzel.
Joni is one of our best and brightest. I just love her. It's Joni.
It rhymes with rice patties.
It rhymes with rice patties. The biggest troubler could be. Tokyo, we deliver. We bring the heat on this program. Powerful convictions being expressed with love and passion and the fury.
Oh, hold on. I'm willing to bring the temperature back up on any subject.
Holy smokes. Okay, the Reverend Rock and Roll, who we deeply love, and the single best channel going on the Instagram platform, bar none. I'd be overwhelmed at that show. I just hit some museums instead.
Well, museums, yeah.
We'll do Mass, and we'll go to.
That's my favorite thing to do in this city is going to museums. Definitely, London and New York, San Francisco. Yeah.
Can you go back to Rev's comment? I want to attack the Rev.
Okay, we're going to the Reverend Rock and Rollers.
Okay, you'd rather hit museums.
Oh boy. Okay, let's go to the Reverend. I'd be overwhelmed. Here we go, Rob. Take it on.
Okay, Rev, be prepared for this attack.
Okay.
I will not go to any place like museums that uses my tax dollars to publicly build and show all the nonsense.
Show art.
Well, okay. The two great museums in Amsterdam are basically the Heineken factory, and the Vermeers, the Rembrandt, right? The Rembrandt museum is there. I've been to those places.
Great comment. Rach, George Borden, big announcement, has returned to his show. Thoughts? I'm all in favor. I like
He had a one-off.
I don't think he returned to his show. He just did a one-off video.
He did a one-off video.
He's a good guy. We like him.
I watched it. I didn't know it was live. I watched it the day after. And at the end, he talks about, obviously, the holidays are coming. He's going to have time off. He might do some more live streams, but it's not going to be a regular thing. But it is nice to see him do that. I like his demeanor.
Yes, he's got a good demeanor. Very so important in the vinyl community. So this Den Bosch, we're seeing the pictures, and Nadine seems to be taking the lead. Seeing a lot of Nadine.
Nadine.
A little German lady.
I haven't watched her. She had a live stream, I heard. I
don't know, but I'm telling you, on the Instagram, by gum, she's out there. The product's there. She's showing the happy, friendly faces. Everybody's out there.
The Van Gogh Museum. That's what I meant. I'm sorry.
Van
Not-
Gogh chopped
Not
liver.
the Rembrandt Museum of
Got
Van Gogh.
ear.
My problem.
Folks.
I think maybe it's both. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Chuck goes, I love the gay community. I love all communities. Fantastic. Very egalitarian.
You don't like the wax community so much.
The wax community is one of our best. So yeah, Den Bosch. So how much would it cost, Rob? How do you figure it's going to cost you to go?
So through talking with Angelo Kelly and Mike the Ingroove,
Yes.
Mike's used to more of the nicer things in life. Seems the hotel he's staying at's a nice hotel, and I think it was less than $200 a night.
Nice.
That's for a 2-bedroom. I mean, you could do it for about 100.
Yeah. I mean,
100 to 150 person a night. And before 4D gets on my fucking ass I'm not saying it's cheap.
Oh wait, I thought we're not
compared to
talking about
cities-
gay stuff anymore,
No.
Rachel.
But compared to cities, that's cheap. Like New York hotels, like $300-400, which is crazy. You know,
he brought. Guess what he brought with him to Den Bosch?
Mike.
Yeah, no, the Record Safari.
Record Safari is over there.
He brought a turquoise Led Zeppelin with him there, Rachel.
Oh, wow.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh my
From
god!
the West Coast,
$1,500 is the price on it.
From the West Coast, you can get a flight to Amsterdam for as low as about $600. But if you want a little more legroom, it's about $1,000, give or take.
Now, Rachel, what do I do all the time? And your guess?
You're a truth teller.
No. What do I do most of the time?
Well, you come in here and you try and share logic.
No, what do I do with my time? Pretty much all the time.
You're a record guy. You go and you.
So I pay for those. I pay for those with credit cards that I pay off every month, by the way.
Every month.
And I accrue points and incentives. So I have a travel credit card, Chase Sapphire card, awesome card. So I'm planning on using the record buying points to get a plane ticket and hopefully my hotel over there. So,
okay, you guys have got history together. What do you think of this idea, Mass? You and Rob rooming together, and you do a documentary about your trip.
Rob's not my first choice to be a roomie. I'll put it that way.
I'm not sharing listen, Rachel, I'm not sharing a room with Norman.
I can't believe it. Why would Massey say that? Like Rob?
I'm just you know what? I have to say because we're on the show together.
Oh, hold on. He gets along so well with others, Rachel.
Yes, exactly.
Because I expect him to be doing just great guys.
I think who says it? Joel said Mike can write it off. To be honest with you, I can write it off too. I have a YouTube channel that brings in not a lot of money, but anything I do related to my channel, of course I can write off. The problem is you got to make money before you write it off. So you get a negative, but I've been writing off records.
Yeah, can't you stay at Stunty's house in the cabin and just head over to Den Bosch from there?
So I'm going to stay in Sweden to go to.
It's just a hop across the Baltic. So
I've had people offer, but I kind of want to be independent. A hotel is great, as nice as it is in certain areas. It depends on the city, the place.
Wouldn't you love to be at Evan's place in Norway with the Christmas?
I've been offered lodging.
Who offered, Mass? Let's get it out.
No, I'm not. I mean, not lodging.
Come on, let's get it out.
I've been offered some travel.
The Gay Pride house. Right.
Oh, for the love of God! If it's got a flag on it,
I can help paint a crosswalk. If I can help paint a crosswalk, I can get a free ticket.
Fred and Ernie, the odd couple. Who are the two old guys on the balcony in the Muppets? This is gold. Yes, it is. But, it's an event, right? And it's a happening. And I think in the vinyl community, I think it's one of those things whose time has come.
Back in my second time I went to Amsterdam was in 1980 when David and I were working on the book. And we're going to Hamburg, but we stayed in Amsterdam for a couple of nights. And those were the days where these people would meet you at the train station and invite you at a cost to stay at their places. And David and I stayed at this guy's house, like a flat, I guess, an apartment, totally modern for the day. It was the coolest place I've stayed. We stayed there, I think, 2 nights in Amsterdam. And it was, it was like pre-Airbnb, but that type of style. And it was great. When I went to Yugoslavia, when I went to Dubrovnik, these women, older grandma types and mother types would meet the bus arrivals and wanting people to stay. They rent rooms out. And that was a common thing. It's probably a little more organized now with Airbnb, but I suppose that still happens, but in those days, it was a big deal.
Speaking of big deal, I love this comment. To be fair, the vinyl community is better off with Norman Maslow being in it, and it would be the worst without him. Absolutely.
You know, 4D, I know you were kind of joking and telling the truth when I threw out that $5,000. $5,000 is a fucking lot of money. And I meant what it would take. That's a big chunk to do a trip. But to do a vacation, can you imagine like Harry and his wife are 10 days, 2 weeks in Japan on a cruise and stuff. And Dr. Robert's been in Europe on and off for 3 months. Oh, that's different because his wife's sick. Coming back and forth from Germany. It's a lot to travel these days. It's not for the faint of heart or the empty pocketbook.
Yeah.
So again, I mean, I'm fine in my house here, but I got to be careful too of putting out money because I'm retired. I don't have the income like I used to. And it's not like I have this big giant nest egg. I have a house. That's it. So, you know, it's all relative and that type of thing. So putting out $5,000 would be a lot, but we know people are putting that out for buying records. $5,000 for a rare record.
Can we all take a moment of silence in sympathy of Mazzy's and his plight?
Yeah, you know, people pay $500 for a record. I don't pay $500 for a record. Can we show some records?
You imagine how much money Mazzy would have if he sold off all the Beatles shit.
Yeah. He's got a lot of Beatles stuff.
Oh wait, Rachel, he's indoctrinated into the Beatles.
I know, he's been social engineered. But you know, oh well, we've already talked about that. I think people can make their own decisions.
Make America Beatles again, everyone.
Make the Beatles America. Mazzy needs to get a boner. What? Oh, Homer. Sorry, Homer bucket at Starbucks. Sorry, Herc, misread. Oftentimes, when you're doing a show, you can misread. Okay, Mazzy's here to show some records for the show. Hold on, Mazzy.
I'm just going to show.
It's going to be better if we do it like this. We put you there, then we go with this format.
That's fine. You don't have to. Yeah, that's fine. Couple new records. I like new music.
Mazzy's been indoctrinated by the record.
Now, Rob probably has seen a couple of these before, but Rachel hasn't.
I think everyone's seen them before.
Okay.
One of them.
Mazzy, have fun with that statement.
The new album by Mavis Staples from the Staples Singers. It's a soulful gospel, funky record. Beautiful modern soul, but with her typical, her traditional gospel feel, but really, really good. This is on, what label is this on? Auntie. Did a lot of roots music and Americana music.
What kind of message is the kitchen table telling us, Mass? What's the message?
Well, she's probably just got finished praying or making kugel.
Rob, any thoughts on that album cover? Does it speak to you? What do you think of this cover for an album?
Show the cover again so I can
cover.
Rob, this is a new album by Bar Italia.
Sorry, Rob, Mazzy's moved on.
Bar Italia is a group, two guys from London.
Rachel, I'll just catch him on the next stream when he shows these records again.
Yes. Bar Italia they've had a few albums out. I got into them 2 years ago with the Twits, this album by Bar Italia.
Right.
They're a trio. Two members are from London. One of the lead singers, the woman, is from Rome. So that's Bar Italia, very Italian. I missed them in town, but they had signed copies at Easy Street, so I picked it up. Really good. The guy, more than ever, sounds like The Cure on here. It sounds like.
How much did it set you back?
This is $34,
and it's signed. Not bad.
Yeah, they came, but it's kind of like early Cure, like the very first Cure album, not the really long, stretched out Cure songs. Very kind of poppy, a little shoegaze. But excellent band. They're touring now, so I think they've done the West Coast leg. If you get a chance to see them, I saw them last time. I missed this time. I saw
Bar Italia, ladies and gentlemen.
Bar Italia, but new wavy, post punky, but a lot of great hooks and really, really a good record. So
all right, a nice recommendation. There's a thing like. Who's the guy? Who's our guy? Grant's Rock Warehouse. I guess Rob told him I'm back, so he reached out. So I'm going to go on his show and we'll talk about some kind of small bands that are overlooked or this kind of thing. And this Bar Italia might fit the bill. This kind of band, right?
I think people. I'm not going to say they don't sound like Wet Leg, but if you like Wet Leg and you like just a real band that's not overproduced and has great hooks, and modern bands, new bands that take from maybe 80s, early 80s bands.
Now you love Wet Leg Massey, but here's the deal. The lead singer, she's so cute and cool and everything. And she's got a good chunky build, but she is a lesbian. Does that detract from your enjoyment?
I don't. If a band is an artist is great, they're great, and I think they're great.
Yeah, but doesn't, I mean, take away a little bit from the fantasy when you're tossing it and you're thinking, oh, wet leg in it. And then, but then if she's a lesbian and you go, it'll never happen.
To see a beautiful woman doing her shtick performance, I'm not dead. So I don't,
Okay. Rob, lesbianism, does it frustrate your erection like Massey?
Well, they're hot looking lesbians, right?
Yes.
What do they call lipstick lesbians?
Yes, Rob.
If they're hot looking,
Rob, your mastery of the lingo is absolutely next level.
Listen, me objectifying a hot looking woman has nothing to do with their
sexuality. I can't remember if I went to Bar Italia in London, in Soho. I might have. I don't remember. Not this last time, but I might have before. I might have. I don't remember.
Okay, Wax, I emailed you my details. Do you do Venmo? It looks like you've got a sale.
Are you trying? Hold on one second.
Very interested.
Yeah, if you want to support my Den Bosch trip, you can Venmo or PayPal.
When did I get your information?
Okay, hold on. And here's
Rachel. Hold on.
I'm going to
I'm very Herc's real name.
Yes,
seems like he randomly took two VC people's names and put them together.
Is it Melinda? I'm thinking I'm going to go.
Herc's real name is Melinda Rev.
Melinda Rev, rock and roller. Holy smokes.
I mean, Herc, would you agree that your name is two VC people put together? Hey, Herc, I got it. I do take Venmo.
Zap. Holy smokes.
Instead of supporting this stream that's based on fake news, you can Venmo Maslov at maslov.com and donate to the Den Bosch travel.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get Massey overseas. Now, Rob, you're having to foot the whole bill yourself to get over there?
Rachel, who would give me money to go?
Nobody.
Final community. Look, they're all pitching in for Norman. I figured
they're not pitching in for me. Look, this is the thing.
Hey, Rachel, could you do a poll?
Yes.
Who would you send to Den Bosch?
Okay.
Massey or Rob?
Okay, this is gonna.
We can do a.
Okay,
we
wow.
can do a GoFundMe.
Okay, okay. Who would you?
Who isn't Johnny? Okay, if I go to Den Bosch, I figure the timing out. I take a plane Wednesday, so I arrive Thursday, stay Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday, 4 nights in Den Bosch, and then take the train back to Amsterdam and stay 2 nights at least in Amsterdam, and then come home. So 4-6 nights, I guess.
Okay, this is going to be tense, but it's going to be what it is. Okay. Okay, it's been created. The poll is officially launched, Final Community. It's up to you. One of these 2 contestants is going to be going to Den Bosch on the public's dime. One of them will be stuck at Muscle Beach.
Hey, just so to help my cause, with your money, I will defend the right for people to put up pride sidewalks.
Pride sidewalks going up. Okay, that could hurt you. That could hurt you, Rob. That may not be the.
Hey, listen, Cheryl said she'd help me.
I've been putting off starting a Patreon. I was going to do a Patreon, and I see these lesser channels or that have fewer viewers do Patreons all the time, and it's been hard for me to do it. Not physically hard. And as much as you think I don't know if I want all the stuff behind a paywall. I want the people to see a paywall and donate if they want to donate.
One of the great questions about Den Bosch, I'd like to take this on. Mousy, if you do go to Den Bosch, what are the chances you will find out what you did, Mousy?
Oh, I tell you,
Was-
if I go to
Was
Den
he even
Bosch,
there this year? Was he?
if I
just
go to
there?
Den Bosch,
Yeah.
I guarantee you I'll have shirts ready that say that have that line on the t-shirt. Mazzy, you know what you did. But how do you do it with an accent?
You did it. You just did it. You
I mean,
did it.
on a shirt, on a print, on a.
Will they come back from the trip or stay there indefinitely? You know how you do that? You want to do it? I'll tell you, because I'm a graphic whiz. What you want to do, Rob, is too. But what you want to do is get a German flag. That's all you need, a German flag. And then you know what you did, Massey, in front of a German
I don't
flag.
think I want to walk around, no, with a German. I mean, I like Germany.
I'm not saying a Nazi flag.
No,
I'm
I know. I like Germany. I've been to Germany 3 times. I like Germany.
Okay, Wax, please bring Jim with you. Please,
Jim,
bring Jim.
Here's what you failed to understand, all you zeros in the vinyl community.
Yes.
Jim is a part of a group that he has a family and a wife and dogs.
Yes.
I do not.
Rob is freewheeling.
I freewheel. I'm freewheeling right now,
He's
Rachel.
America's most loved bachelor. All right. So we do have the Patreon. We always look for folks to support us that way. $5 for a month, right? $5, and you can pop in to hang out. And we got girls in there, and we're doing all sorts of stuff. And with my incredible diet, we're going to be moving right along. And by gum, there's going to be my Liz Taylor reveal, Butterfield 8, slip, champagne, learn from Mazzy how to hold the martini glass. I'll probably have a martini. And an up to. I thought, we put the hair up and Liz Taylor. I'm excited. You're going to be excited. We want you in there. So for $5 a month, sign up today. Get it struck. And here's the other thing. You don't have $5. Say you're very poor, like Rob or somebody. You don't have a lot of extra money. Throw an egg my way. Maybe you hate Trump. You want to get me. Here's an egg. I hit you with an egg. I hate you. Right. Do that. That's a good idea.
Can I have fair time for what you just did?
Fair time for Rob. Here we go.
Here's a disclaimer. If you do decide to contribute,
yes,
you will be indoctrinized into a nonsense way of thinking.
Correct. Thank you. All right. There is that danger. There is that chance.
You might come out of your payment relationship with Rachel wearing a Beatles t-shirt.
You could very well end up with a Beatles shirt because they're fantastic.
Or a red hat that says "Make the Beatles Great Again."
Mazzy, I love this kind of comment. There is a sense that you're extremely wealthy. I mean, we're not talking Melinda Murphy wealthy, but still wealthy nonetheless. Okay?
I don't have to defend myself or explain myself.
Yeah, he doesn't have
to. But the fact is, I bought a house in San Francisco and I kept it for 25 years. And
We've heard this story a million times.
So that's why I have this house without a mortgage.
Rachel, can I share a story that will give some insight into Mazzy?
We need insight, Rob.
I was with Mazzy once. He sneezed, violently sneezed.
Oh dear.
Pulled a $100 bill out of his pocket and blew his nose into it.
Yeah.
Mazzy, that is just crazy. Let's take a look and see how we're doing with the thing. Oh my God. We've got 38 votes in. Who would you support dollar-wise to send to Den Bosch? Rob the Wax, 50%. Norman Massoff, 50%. Wow. This is, you guys are so well equally loved. You have your family.
If you realize, you people supporting Mazzy, if you contribute your money to him, he's going to buy Beatles shit. No, I will not.
I don't buy Beatles shit anymore, really. But here's the deal. This is my pitch.
Okay.
Which presenter, YouTuber, vinyl committee person do you think will present better visuals video-wise after the fact to show you people have donated what the trip was like? Do you think Rob or me? I'll leave it at that.
Oh, okay. Ramazzi, I believe you're influencing, in fact, you're social engineering our audience because a lot of people will now think you're great.
Hold
Go
on.
ahead, Rob.
Okay, I'm going to present Mazzy what he would present,
Okay.
and then what I would present.
So we're going to see what Mazzy would present, and we're also going to see what Rob would present. Use your imagination, Spinal Community.
Okay, this is a Mazzy video from Den Bosch. Hey guys, who did you think I'd run into here? The 6-inch pianist. Hey everyone. Now here's my video.
Okay.
Hey guys, I heard they're having sex for everyone to watch right in this room. Let's go.
That is fantastic. I want to get the smut.
Check your Instagram.
Okay, something is happening. We've got action on what's called Instagram. Okay, I have no idea what.
Are we going to get the vinyl community casting person?
I don't know. Anything is possible in the exciting world of the vinyl community. Oh shit!
Rich said you left me off the
Okay.
list of great graphic design.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, when you're talking about the graphics now, if you wanted a thumbnail for your trip to Den Bosch, Massey, we have got one for you.
Hold on.
I don't use AI.
Hold on one
I
second.
did one.
Okay, hold on. Before I go to
Hey,
do it, yeah.
Hey,
what's-
Herc, are you still here? I sent
Okay,
you a
Herc.
message. I said, don't pay me until I send you your, like, what you got.
Okay.
Herc, don't pay me until I've tallied what you got and emailed you what you got. But he sent me money already.
Okay. He's already sent money.
Throwing a wrench in the system.
Okay, he's throwing a wrench. Ladies and gentlemen, Massey, as we turn to you now, this is just fantastic. This is what I love. Okay, hold on. I gotta just do it. Everything, make it all go the way I need it to go. Okay. Then we go like this. Oh, that's what I was doing wrong. Okay, then I want to go here. Now this is very special. This is all done for Massey.
I don't buy used Beatles shit anymore. I don't buy collector stuff anymore. Beatles.
He's
stuff.
not doing it.
In fact, I've been selling some multiple Beatles stuff.
Okay, let's go. Can I do window? God.
He's indoctrinating you people.
Okay, don't fall for that. Okay, Massey, you know what you did. Here we go. Holy smokes, Massey, you know what you've done. Look at that. What do you, Norman?
What is that animal on his lap?
That
Except you should correct it next time because he didn't say done. You know what you did.
you know what you did? I think that's an incredible likeness.
Yes, it is. Very good. Very.
Like, this is amazing.
Who created this?
This is from our friend Rich, VU Meters.
Ah,
Rich, thank you
Very
so much for the thoughtful thumbs
it's
up,
actually
Norman.
really well done. If from an AI point of view.
Okay, hold on. Let me
So
see.
you don't need talent anymore to do this shit.
Well, not only that, but we can take it next level. Hang on. Well, let me entertain you. Take a picture of it. Okay, there we go. Now we'll do this to it. Okay, we'll pull it down for now. We'll keep the show moving on. Johnny, are we getting you up here with us today? Is that possible, Jade? It's called a hairless dog. Okay, let's go back. And here we go.
Hey, Rachel, someone wants my attention.
Okay, who is it now?
It's the fucking idiot Jim. Well, Rachel, I don't understand. He has never apologized for making nonsense videos against me. So even in that regard, his hatred towards me, there's no content I've ever created to disparage you, Jim. You're a fucking idiot. And
You have to apologize.
other than the gag that Rachel has that there's no bad boys, no one here cares for you. There is no support for you here. I don't know why you come around here and woeys me. You're the reason your channel got taken down.
Yes.
No one else is responsible but you. So go fuck off, dude. There's no one here to support you.
Okay, we got a breaking.
Look, we got him moving around for you. Hang on.
We got a record Humming Guru breaking news alert.
Okay, Humming Guru, here we go.
I already got it. It's an email they sent to everybody.
Did you talk about it yet?
Not here.
Before you, I am. There's an automatic water dispenser.
It's basically a water dispenser for $140.
Yes.
Okay, so what is this going to do with your dispensing of the water?
You basically, instead of taking, like if you use distilled water, obviously you have like a big gallon of distilled water, you lift it up, you pour it in the thing. This will do a measured amount right next to your tank, and you can put it in. It's a good idea, but unnecessary. And if they send me one, I'll have to like showcase it. But interesting.
It's not actually, Mazzy. It's a smart upgrade.
It is smart because you go and you got to pour it in this way. Yeah, you have this right there. It's kind of it makes the flow of your workflow probably easier. So.
Okay, Rob, we got some financial news.
Yeah.
You said I will send your haul shortly. I assumed you were talking about the record, so that's why Herc got excited.
Well, you know what record you won, right? So you know your haul, but your haul, when I say it, means what you owe and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Matthew Petty.
I don't know what you won off the top of my head. If that includes the shipping too, the one record. So I will send an email for you to pay, whatever. We'll make everything right.
Matthew Petty, the Jews aren't a monolithic thing. There are Jews that are mega. There are Jews that support that. I'm not one of them, obviously. And I know a lot of Jews. Most Jews that I know in my world are not.
I can tell you this. If the Jews I know, usually it's financial. They're conservative.
My father was a Reagan Republican, or Reagan.
Yeah.
He went back and forth with Democrat.
They're generally, the arguments I get from them are, it's good for my investments and blah, blah.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of our favorite Beatle people, Gabby, is here. Hey, everyone, want to say hello. Let you know, I'm on my way to Montreal for Paul McCartney's shows. He'll be in Montreal.
Indoctrinated.
Canada. She's on the border.
Rachel, what other sickness can make a person cross country borders?
Rob, there's only one thing that could do it: social engineering by the Beatles.
Yes.
Herc. I don't use a record clamp. Riga's, you're not. They don't.
You can't clamp a Riga. Everybody knows
you
that.
You don't use a record clamp on a Riga. And when I had the old RP6, it ran slightly fast. My P8 is spot on exactly. So
but it's because it has that power regulator.
Yeah, and the thing is, that all the new Regas from the 6 up, you can adjust the speed. There's if you want.
Okay, we gotta. Geez, I regret having to tear this apart, but Rob is going to obviously show some interest. 40 right. Springfield Jim, who's a good boy, there's no such thing as a bad one, doesn't know how to apologize, since he has no boundaries. And I think this word is a little strong. I think Rob would agree with me.
No, it's
maybe a little strong.
Spot on. Listen, 4D man, usually your comments are draped in old-fashioned storytelling from the Middle Ages.
And we're using a lot of.
Sounds like a very modern, brilliant take.
Yes. All right.
Hey, Gabby, vote for me, Gabby. There's a vote going on.
Gabby, there's a vote going on.
Vote for your indoctrinated leader.
Holy smokes. Oh, wow. This is nuts. Okay, we got 50 votes in. Who would you support dollar-wise to send to Den Bosch? Rob the Wax currently at 48%. Norman Massoff has suddenly taken a 2% lead. Norman Massoff at 52%.
That's a 4-point lead, not 2.
We're calling it 2.
I have to fix this.
That's how Trump counts.
Listen, if you vote for me,
yes,
you vote for a guy who will destroy idiots like Staple-Faced Jim.
Yes.
And show you videos inside the sex trade in Amsterdam.
If you vote for Rob, you'll be buying the records that he buys at Den Bosch. The records I buy will be for me to listen to because it's the music first. I'm not buying records to flip at Den Bosch. I do auction my own records.
Master of whatnot.
I do auction my own records.
Master of whatnot. Master of whatnot.
I do sell records, my own records for my collection. I don't buy records to sell.
Between you and me, Mazzy, who's on whatnot? You've joined.
I'm on whatnot. I just said it. Did you hear what I said?
Okay.
I am selling duplicates and records I don't need or don't want anymore for my own collection. I don't buy them to flip them. Nothing wrong with that, by the way.
I don't buy all my records. I don't buy all the records.
I worry. You know what? I'm worried that because you guys, you're outspoken, you're high profile YouTuber, content creator, you've got your share of enemies. We know that. And I know Massey's wife is here. What are you going to do if Freddie comes up and goes, "Oh, sir, you've showed up and comedy in Belgium. You will not be able to leave the show."
Here's what we'll do. We'll do a drive. I got to think of a way to do a drive that's tactful on my channel, because I know I'm going to get shit because the thing is, I could do Patreon and people could get behind a paywall, but I want everyone to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to be transparent about that. But maybe something that if you bump up at a certain level, you can maybe, I don't want to say be in a live stream, but when I will actually meet Michael 45, that has to be documented. Don't you think?
Hold on. Okay,
And
I
maybe
already
you get advanced
see this,
viewing
Rachel.
of that.
Can I do my impression?
Yeah, Rob, Rob can actually picture what's going to transpire.
Okay, here's
All right,
Mazzy
here we go, Massey.
meeting.
Listen in.
Here's Mazzy meeting 45.
Okay.
Please play kind of sympathetic music in the background in your head. I know that voice. It's Mazzy. Oh, Mazzy, forgive me. And hug.
Okay, what do you think? Is there a chance that it could happen?
Me meeting 45.
You know, okay. I
Well,
think
then Rob's got to do himself meeting 45. Then we'll go back to you, Norman. Let's do this. There's a moment. Again, I encourage the audience, please, this doesn't work if you don't use your own imaginations. Rob, take it away. Here we are.
All right. No sympathetic music. Ominous horror thriller style music.
Good Lord.
Dun dun dun. I know that voice. Police.
Oh! Fidels the cops. Fidels the cops.
As he
a
knows
star power. I don't know if I am, but what's the difference between that and people paying $5 a month for Patreon and things like that? No difference. This way, you know where the money's going for a video production. People do things to support their channels all the time, financially, likes, subscribes, all that kind of stuff. You got to realize the amount of work it takes to do this. Now, I love the work. It's music. You might say it's not work, but I put, in terms of the breakdown of what I get financially from my channel, I'm getting less than minimum wage for the time I put in on.
Okay, we've got an update. Rob's appeal actually seemed to work. He is now, this is like pure drama. Holy shit. Who would you support otherwise to send to Den Bosch? Rob the Waxed at 53%, Norman Maslow trailing at 47%. If you've not voted, please get in there. This is unbelievable. Massey, do you think age has caught up with you? Like every true champion, you've been the top of the heap for
I don't have
these hungry young guys that are out there ready.
I don't have that angst to offer like Rob does. I don't have that over the top.
No, people hate your guts, Mazzy.
That Rob has. I only have that.
There's a ton of people who hate your guts. You send me every negative comment on your videos.
Absolutely. I didn't say people don't. I mean, there's a segment of people.
Guys, I mean, if you go together, bring a
But
couple of
if you want, okay, some of the most popular videos are my travel videos when I go to different cities and I meet up with people, and the montages and the video thing. I'm not one of those people that show a record wall like this. You know, you sit in, you see it, you see the frame. If you want good video, good content, I'm the one to vote for.
Here will be Mazzy's videos from Den Bosch. I ran into another VCer. It's so great to see you again. Mine? See that motherfucker over there? He wouldn't sell me a record for $50. That'll be my content.
Here's the thing.
Rob
guys. If you guys go and bring the LA posse, you could have a gang, and I recommend a 42nd Street kind of dance off with the Den Bosch types. They'll be stunty in there. And
hold on, Rachel. It'll go something like this.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, absolutely.
When
I've
you're a jet,
I've
you're
been
a
doing
jet
that,
all
doing
the
some
way from your
dances.
first cigarette.
When in Den Bosch, you go against.
If you got, you know what would be incredible is if you got them to actually agree to it and then choreographed it and filmed the whole thing. That thing would go viral. You would get 1 million views on it.
Ivan, it's only 5 months away.
Say, time moves on you quick.
It's not even a half a year. I know that's
time moves on you quick. Listen, are you? Did we scare you too much with the political and the rainbow sidewalks? Did that frighten you, children? We're trying to get another contender come up. Marty, you got a show going. Let's talk about Marty's music.
You know,
I don't know how much he wants me to share.
If Rob wins it, the thing is, Rachel, unlike you,
yes,
looks like Rob's going to win this, and I'm not going to.
Okay, well,
I'm not going to say.
Rachel.
Is this a confession? See,
Not yet, but I'm not going to say this is fake news. I want to recount the mail-in ballots.
No, we want to get 100 votes first. It ain't over till it's over. Don't
everyone.
surrender
If you
yet.
haven't voted, why haven't you voted? Just vote and vote your conscience.
Vote your conscience. Everybody get in there. We need 100 people to go on there.
Hey,
see,
Rachel,
Sophie loves the idea.
Can I do one last push for votes?
Okay, Rob, but you're pushing it because you are substantially.
You're ahead.
No,
Okay,
but I want to secure.
He wants to seal the deal.
You want to be you want to be Nixon McGovern.
If you send me to Den Bosch, I promise to do this there to most of the people I meet. Can you make me big, Rachel?
Okay, Rob, you're going big right now. Here we go.
That's that's the official Austin death stare.
Okay, hold on. Can I see that one more time? Austin death stare. We've heard about it. Here it is. Holy shit. That was terrifying.
Good.
I promise that I will give that to everyone I meet in Den Bosch.
Okay.
And I might change the name of it to the Den Bosch
death stare. Den Bosch death stare. And if that goes viral, if word gets out that he's incorporating the Den Bosch death stare, by gum, anything could happen. All debts are off.
Yeah.
Okay, I just cast my vote for Rob. Seems more likely that he'll get caught up in some kind of international situation. Plus, he already rocks that Eurovision tracksuit.
Rachel, can I do one thing that Pat will connect with if I do this?
Yeah, Rob, I'm curious.
Pat, if you vote for me, I promise to tamper with a fire extinguisher in Den Bosch.
Mazzy, do you sometimes worry that you haven't been able to patent a popular kind of idiom that, like Rob has been able to channel to get the kids all involved with the Austin death stare? Because if you could do something yourself, maybe, I don't know, Maslowian, you've got the Maslowian flip.
I think I've done pretty well because there's a video last night and the title of the video, and what's his name? Oh God, I watch his channel. He has an accent. I'm blanking on his name.
Okay.
His video was Punk-a-mole, and he did a whack-a-mole, and he mentioned.
Oh, okay, Punk-a-mole.
So the whack-a-moles and it's the music stupid stuff that's brought on in the VC.
The music stupid is very popular with.
Yeah. So I feel good about it.
Hey, listen, Rachel, I don't disagree with Mazzy, as I believe ones of people are wearing shirts that say that on it.
Oh, well.
Ones of people. Well, we don't know he's got it.
Going back to meeting Michael, I think it'll be a civilized meeting because I have hope now because
20
several
more
people.
20 more.
I think
did he even go this weekend? Who knows if he'll be there?
He usually has tables. He has a table. I don't know if he did. I don't know. But Gabby was just at the New York show and Chance. And they went up to Chad, both of them apparently, and alluded to they knew me. And Chad was actually very civilized. He laughed off the T-shirt, and he obviously knows what the T-shirt meant. It sounds like Chad had a good response. So a good response to that.
Raji with the win. I voted for Mazzy as the poor guy might not have many more than.
Hey, I just want to say, all you people in your 40s and 50s and even 60s, you good luck at 71, man.
Yeah, good luck to you. Okay.
Out at 64.
I haven't heard this. Is there some truth to this? M45 has moved on to compact discs.
Is that true, or is that a joke?
This coming in from Rich, we don't know at this point. We need 20 votes more coming in. We got 142 people watching. We need 100 votes in on this. Rob Massey, perhaps Massey could come from the rear, just in keeping.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to say. I'm going to say this. Like 3 or 4 months ago, Chad was in LA doing a couple of events. I saw him 2 times. He was nothing but nice. So I will say that about Chad.
Yeah, I think, and I was never negative. I used it for fodder, that quote. He was amped up and he was upset in that moment. And
he got lit because of 45. 45 called him in.
Yeah, I think that was he handed them the match.
He had your hat in his hand, put it to the dog. Smell it. Get him, boy. Get him.
Because if you watch the video,
he came in looking for me.
If you watch the video, I didn't say anything wrong. I didn't even get it out. He imagined what I was.
You know what that was? My God, Sue, you are so on top of this. This is one of the most nefarious things that can happen in the vinyl community. Massey, you were boy bombed. What happened is that Chad Casson was converted, transformed into what's known as a boy bomb. He came loaded with a suicide vest, marched in by Krusty the Clown to take you out. And this is because he wound him up. Look what they're saying about the boxes. And Chad's going, they're talking boxes? Yeah, they're talking right now, and they hate boxes.
We weren't talking about that.
And then Chad came in, and he's like, oh, they're talking about. And then he was ready to go at a moment's notice. So he's wound up like a little bomb.
It was all Rob's fault. It was all Rob's fault because of that Bill Evans box.
Well, there was talk of seam splits, 22 records. But then Chad himself said, well, you're going to get seam splits. When you package 22 records in a single box, there's going to be seam splits. To which point, it just begged the question at that point. Everybody was thinking, well, why are you sending it all in one big box? You should have had 2 smaller little boxes with the records in them, and then you wouldn't get your seam splits. But say it, it is what it is. Okay, I'm labeling my choice of Massey as Make-A-Wish charity. So that's kind of nice, Mass. That's thoughtful.
I drive a truck.
I drive a truck.
My friend Larry. Okay. Rob and my old friend Larry, God rest his soul. Oh, I don't even believe in God, but the drummer who died 12, 13 years ago. He was like Rob, where he had Tourette's. He couldn't shut up. He was goofy. He was in your face. He was like the class clown, all that stuff, definitely. And we go to our first high school reunion. Oh, no, this is in high school. There was a guy we met a few years later who was like this asshole in high school. And I think we met him, maybe it was our 5th or 10th high school reunion. And everyone's asking what to do. And he said he's a truck driver. Nothing wrong with being a truck driver. Marty's here, right? Sorry.
Yeah, Marty's here. Careful.
But of course, Larry would walk up to him and said, hi, his guy's name was Leo. He goes, I'm Leo. I drive a truck. And it was the way he did it. It was one of those like the retard expressions of a truck driver. Again,
whoa. Holy crap.
Rachel.
Yeah, Rob, I'm so sorry.
It's funny. I think I just heard 10 votes swing my way.
10 votes, 10 trucker votes just went.
No, but it was, you had to be there in the context of the situation.
He's just not for the working man.
He's not for the working man.
No, of course I am. Of course. This was a guy in high school who was an asshole. Let me finish, Rob. This is a guy in high school who was a real asshole, and he was telling people how better he was than all this stuff. And he says that, and the way Larry used to say it got to be a running joke, So sorry, Marty. Oh, by the way,
something's arrived, I believe, Rob. Something's at the door.
I don't know.
VCLT from Marty, the truck driver.
Okay, we got some VCLT vinyl community love train
with hype sticker. And seriously.
Okay, Breakfast in America.
Well, that's a good album.
Okay.
Yeah, but Massey is a critic of Supertramp. He's been very vocal
logical.
about them.
It's logical. It's logical.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marty. Seriously.
Okay. Tip me $5 Ash. You got my vote. Okay. Now, how are we doing with the vote? That last I looked, there's 15 more. We need 15 votes to get to 100. 14 more votes for Rob. Holy smoke. Where are we with the voting? 86 votes are in, so we need 14. Come on, 14 people. Take the time, participate in the channel. You're not above it all. You are the channel. Okay, we're all one here.
What counties are left?
Rich, you're voting. You're going to put a vote in. I'm looking at the Adirondack, the beautiful Adirondack mountain chain. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a great guest coming in. I'm so happy to have him here. This is making me happy. Okay, holy shit, I respect that.
Good
Reverend Rock and Roller, look at this. Look at Marty. He's got savoir faire. This is class. This is culture. This is
Yeah.
oh,
Can we, Rachel?
Yes.
Bing, 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 ding, 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 ding.
That's so beautiful.
Was that like dueling banjos, Rob? What is that?
No, that's the Edmund Fitzgerald. Aren't you the captain?
Legend lives
Okay,
on.
okay,
from
thank you.
the
Thank you.
down. Okay, so Marty, I love the pipe. Now, are we allowed to talk anything about your music? Want to hear some feedback?
You know, I'm really self-conscious, Rachel, but yeah, you can talk about it. It's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, Marty, and we're not going to play anything like that. We're not doing that to him. But I just wanted to give you some public feedback. I really enjoyed it, and not only did I enjoy it, but you surprised me. Okay, hold on. What do we got
If
here?
you want to donate right now, you can just get on your phone, get this code, and donate to Venmo.
Yes. Just support Norman to get him to Den Bosch.
Hold on. The fact that he just did that should swing 10 more votes in my direction.
It could. We don't know. There's an overreach factor.
Marty was the sweetest guy about this. I'm serious. And I bid on it and I wanted to buy it, or not bid. I wanted to buy it. I would pay him, and he gifted it to me.
Well, I knew that you weren't a big fan of it, and I just kind of felt like, I have 3 copies of it, so I just thought.
I do acknowledge how great this record sounds and everything, and I know it's, for me, it'd be a guilty pleasure, and I'll play it definitely. It's just, yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll change my tune.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, because I was a little kid when that came out. But that record was like a monster.
It was. I sold it when it came out. I know it was massive.
I bought it.
That I think was one of those records in the '70s. That and Crime of the Century got played so much.
Crime of the Century was at a lot of house parties.
Rumors and Frampton Comes Alive and Eagles, and you couldn't get away from it. So certain records I couldn't listen to for 3 or 4 decades.
Well, I'll be interested
to return to the
send me a text about what you think, how you.
Okay,
Mazzy. Yeah,
I will. I do really appreciate it.
No, my pleasure.
And in context, the I drive a truck thing.
No, it's all good. It's all good. There's some characters out there. There's no doubt.
Right when it came out of my mouth, I think, oh, Marty's going to think about this.
I have to go. I have a lot of stuff to do.
Rob,
you have nothing. You got to wait till the results are in.
Hey, listen,
wait. This guy you're voting for doesn't care for you. Doesn't care for the people. Once he's elected, he forgets you.
So here's actually facts against you.
He moves on.
Here's facts against Mazzy. I did an auction where several of you people bought records for me, and I have to email you what you won. So that's what I have to do. I care about the people.
Rob, I got a taste of that. It's work. Yeah, to package it all up.
Here's what's funny. The peckerheads who hate me don't understand how much all the effort they put into making hate content actually do real shit. I'm going to spend all day cutting up squares of cardboard to put in boxes.
Rob is actually correct in this one.
We need 10 more votes. 10 more.
It's a lot of work on the back end.
Okay, well, I talked to Marty about that. Okay, here's the deal. So, Marty, are you going to be selling more records at 10 a.m. today?
Yeah, I'm answering that. Okay, I'll just say.
Oh, wait. How's the collection been leaving your hands?
The 74s, you mean? Good.
No, the collection you bought with all that cool stuff.
Oh yeah, really good. Yeah. I have some stuff to show, and I sent out some heavy hitters too, which is really fun. I love to see my friends get those that new wave stuff, which I don't know much about, but I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
Good stuff, Marty.
So, okay, so Marty, so Mazzy, do you know Marty? Marty's very self-conscious, but he does music. But Marty, here's the thing that surprised me. Number one surprise, vocals. Good vocals, like surprisingly, and at a pitch and a tone that I did not expect from yourself. Like, because
I gotta go.
Rob, we're doing an analysis, but please get involved with the Marty Music Train. You're going to love this.
All right.
At a later date, we'll tell you more about it. There you go, Rob. We love him.
Rob's going to win this one, and he leaves you hanging like the hanging Chad.
I don't know. I mean, he's got appointments.
Like our American president that promised you all this stuff. I'm still waiting for my $2,000 check. I'm waiting for my.
It's probably linked to your trucker disparity, Mazzy.
Yeah. Oh, the question was raised politically about Ben Shapiro or Tucker Carlson. Again,
either of them, they're both idiots.
Yeah, I'm MAGA. So whatever one supports Donald Trump, that's the one I'll support. But neither one of them, they both have complaints.
Why don't you decide something for yourself for a change instead of thinking that Trump is 100% correct?
Because I trust the plan.
So all the money that he's given out to other countries now, I thought you was all about American first.
I trust the plan. I have a UK and a rare Canadian pressing of breakfast in America. Well, Dale, you should be up here too one of these days. Come up. But anyway, Marty, so I really enjoyed your vocals. They're quite good. Sue, you haven't heard it yet, so you should. And I listen with headphones, by the way,
awesome.
Per your advice. And the guitar playing is very good. There's some good touches in it. The other comment, that standout comment, is that I call it indie pop rock.
It's different. It's not like it's
unique. It's idiosyncratic.
Yes.
And so and the syncopation, it's not 1 2 3 4 1 2 3. There's nothing like. There's a lot of syncopation in there, a lot of timing and offbeats. It's very creative, very creative.
Thank you. That means a lot coming from you, Rach.
So I think it's very good, and I think it will benefit from being in the hands of people that actually do this, like Mark Koperniky type people that go, we're separate there, and the guitars are great tone on the guitars.
Okay, so I'll send you a few more tracks.
Yeah, send them. I'll listen to them and I'll give you feedback. But that's the thing: vocals, genre, and the timing signatures on it are quite interesting. I thought it was very good. Lyrically, I'm not a big lyrics person, but I thought it was well. The way you articulated the lyrics are very nice.
That song "Socialist Spy" is about Christian Fodenwenzel. He was an NPR, a beloved NPR reporter here in Portland, and it's satire, right? I actually love the guy a lot. So
don't get angry if you listen to stuff. I knew Rachel was a cute tart. I'm all in on Q. The first time I learned about Kash Patel's name came through the Q drops. Very interesting. Kash Patel, a name you'll want to remember. And boy, oh boy, was he right about that. Marjorie Taylor Greene, but she's out. I don't like her. I don't.
You did last week or a month ago.
No. I've always did. I'm going to tell you. No, I'm going to tell you what happened. There was a big fight about a year ago between Laura Loomer and Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I was Team Loomer on.
Well, they're both nut jobs.
Hey, I do a Kash Patel impersonation. You want to see it?
I'd love to hear your Kash Patel. Here we go, Kash. Whoa, hold on there. That is also a good. Listen.
I drive a truck.
Whoa! Where is that coming from? It's very hurtful to Marty. Okay. I knew Marty played. I didn't know he sang. Yeah, he's good vocals. Again, he's self-conscious about it. We'll see what happens.
What do you think? I'd like to put it on vinyl. I know you can you can send off to a couple of places and they'll just cut it on one disc for you.
Yeah.
So I thought about doing that, but it has to be mastered specifically for vinyl because they have to take the low down, right? So it doesn't hop out of the needle. Luckily, I mixed it down where the bass guitar is mono, right? It's the same on both sides. So, and I think that's a key to vinyl too. So I've been getting a lot of good feedback about the process from people. So it's been good.
I got to tell you, Kash Patel, that's the first time I ever heard the name. And boy, did that ever turn out to be a thing. And then you watch out. There's a real weeding out going on because there's so much going on. You've got a lot of agents that are activated against Trump. Thomas Massey is one, never Trumper. So these people, there's a lot of interference. This is why the Dems go, oh, Trump's got control of both houses. It should be a cakewalk. He's running around with a piano on his back because there's people within the Republican Party can't stand the guy.
But I thought he's
and are working extremely hard to frustrate and would dearly love Paul Rand is another.
He's a great negotiator.
Nothing else than the backside of Donald John Trump.
Yeah.
Rich Marty was so nice to gift me his compact disc.
So that's all. I just said that to Fluffy. That's completely different music. That was done in 2007, way back, and it's completely different. And yeah.
Okay. And here we go. This is new stuff. From my understanding, it's hot off the press. So Marty, you ran into such a great deal with all these records recently. You got a lot of kind of new wave stuff. So late 70s, early 80s. That denoted the period. And some great bands come out of that sound. Blondie, I consider Blondie part of that new wave because Blondie changed. Blondie changed, and when they went commercial, and Blondie, you couldn't get away from Blondie on MTV. Same with the Cars came out. They're a 70s band. A lot of people think the Cars as the 80s, but really their debut was I think 78, 79. So it's quite a deal. They aren't going anywhere. And in fact, MAGA is going to stand up, defeating all of them. Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to be primary. She committed political suicide, put it that way. Going on The View. And when you get leading Democrats cheerleading Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's dead to MAGA. She's dead. If you Democrats are going, whoa, she's incredible. We really like her. So you're not going to score points.
No, it's not that they love her; it's that they like that she's actually talking about real things, like
the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
People's health care going to be doubled and tripled because of this.
We'll see about that.
That's a fact.
It's not a fact because you're predicting
a fact
the
because
future. What, you got a crystal ball?
Yeah.
What do you know?
Because they cut off the funds.
Health costs already went crazy sky high.
Cut off the funds to supplement people who need supplemental health care costs.
Well, we're going to find out what happened. We know
where's that money going to come from? If all of a sudden you're not supplementing a portion.
Well, one thing we're going to do, we're going to kind of cut out some of the insurance companies that have been exploiting.
I'm fine with that.
Love that.
But Republicans and Democrats don't vote for that. I'm totally fine with that, Rachel.
I just think there's so much money behind the insurance companies.
You know what would solve that?
You got nothing on that, Rachel. And the Dems are finding out big time.
Rachel, the thing that would solve that, the thing that Republicans mostly.
One vote. We need one more vote. Go ahead, Mouse.
The thing that will solve that, mostly Republicans, but also a lot of Democrats don't want, is Medicare for all, public health care, and what you call socialized health. That would solve all those problems. You wouldn't have the insurance companies. Why don't we do that?
Massey, bad news. Final tallies are in. Rob the Wax with a whopping 55%. Norma Massey Maslow coming in with Kamala Harris-like numbers at 45%.
Well, I want to thank.
This is devastating.
Okay, I want to thank not just those who voted for me, but even the people that didn't vote for me. I appreciate it, but all I want to say is I'm here in front of you, where the people, the person you voted for has disappeared. He's left the house. He wasn't here to thank you. He wasn't here to support his voters. He wasn't here to support the people. So if you want that shitty ass video type record showing by Rob, like this,
Lord,
that's a Rob presentation rather than a well-balanced video tour of Den Bosch. There you go. But thank you.
I'm excited.
I'm
think the
thanking
Den Bosch-
everybody. thanking everybody, not just those who voted for me. So thank you.
Now, Marty, did you vote in the who would you send?
I did vote. I will keep my vote private.
It's going to be a private
You
decision
should
on your
everybody
part.
should keep it private. That's fine.
Well,
It
no,
was
but
a
it's
hard
just
vote,
people
though.
share because they want to be Team Mazzy or they want their fans to know. Rachel, there are still people that insist there were weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. There's a sucker born every minute. Well, they did have nuclear capability. We knew that because they had been given the means to do so. They were enriching uranium. So we
Have you noticed though that's gotten worse in the last year now because we can't verify it anymore?
Well, the point is that we're not hearing. There's no more nuclear tests going off in Iran like we were hearing. Right? Remember, there'd be a report, oh, the earthquake went off because the seismographic technology would pick up these big rumblings under the ground. We haven't heard a rumbling out of Iran since Trump did that. So, make your own decision on that. You
The
are
only enrichment.
You're arching to us, Maz.
The only enrichment that's going on more than anything else is everybody in the White House has enriched their pockets.
Incorrect.
Bigger than any other.
Not true. Nancy Pelosi, insider trading.
Yeah,
I'm
not defending.
By the way,
I'm not
Marjorie
defending
Taylor Greene on her $740,000 salary has now got a value in the neighborhood of $26 million. How the fuck did that happen?
Because her husband was in finance, basically.
Oh, I wonder if she was able to tip hubby as to what might be happening, because don't think that doesn't happen.
Unlike Trump.
It's called insider trading.
Say what you will about Biden. He never traded stocks.
Biden's already in trouble for Burisma and working the deal with Burisma in the Ukraine. That story's broken. Those texts, those emails.
Nothing is going to happen.
Released.
It was investigated. Nothing's going to come of that.
They investigated.
Okay, let's talk about Trump's family corruption and the whole Bitcoin thing and the Qatari plane and the billions of dollars that they're making off of that stuff.
Well, I don't know. You have to.
You don't know because you don't.
Of course, you don't
follow the facts.
Well, no, it's not about following facts. It's just you got to provide me. Here's the evidence. Here's what happened. Here's who's going after him. Because we got Letitia James going after Trump for his property mortgage. Of course, she's in trouble for mortgage herself now, as is Eric Swalwell. So all you need to do on that is go after them, just like they did with Dad. So where's your Democrat machine?
Yeah,
going after. Don Jr. or name your Trump victim. Go ahead.
They don't operate like the Republicans.
Oh, they don't operate like, because they're the crime family, and that's all coming out.
Okay.
We've got
Trump is the crime family.
We'll see who gets convicted.
It's all coming out. You fuckers are going to be in so much pain, and us MAGA are just going to be sitting back because it's all happening. Comey indicted, and because you fucking went after Mar-a-Lago, we're moving the party to Florida. Good luck in Florida.
That's okay.
Why did they go after Mar-a-Lago?
Why did they go after Mar-a-Lago? That's your Democrats. You guys are the ones to figure that out.
No, it wasn't.
What was in Melania's pantry drawer? You tell me. Why did they go after little, what's the kid's name? Trumpy baby? Barron Trump. Why did they go after his kitty toy collection when they weren't going after the beautiful cocaine crack pipe collection of Hunter? Well, you be the judge of that. We all know that these assholes are being judged. We've got so many grand juries being convened. Adam Schiff is going to go down within the next 14 days or so. He's in the pecking order. He's going to go down. I can hardly wait. MAGA justice is coming. Look out, kids.
Let me make an assessment from the center. And I've been following politics since Rush Limbaugh. I was a ditto head way back in the day, and when I was 18, and so the Republicans, the conservatives in the country have been taught, and they believe that liberals or on the left is evil, whereas on the left, the Democrats believe that the Republicans are uninformed. And that's a huge, huge perspective difference when you believe your opponent is evil compared to uninformed. And we can see that in the way that the discourse between the two. You know, I think that's.
Oh, hold on. I
starts
played
with
clips. How many times have I
fascists and
played?
Nazis?
Okay, yeah, we're called
I mean,
Nazis.
well-
How about go? We got to get.
I'm not
we gotta-
talking about the fringe. I'm talking about the mainstream. I
No,
have
I'm
lots
talking. I'm talking Nancy Pelosi talking like that. We've got who's a chick in LA, the black chick down there. No, the politician.
Of course,
the old
I'm speaking
lady,
broadly.
the old
Of course, you can find examples
And
of,
the
of people
legacy
using.
media, the legacy
Yeah,
media.
you can
all
find
that.
examples on the left and the right of people saying hyperbolic things that are completely out of line. But from my perspective as a whole, and having a conservative extended family, you know, I'm 1 in 100 on my side, and then seeing my friends who are on the left and stuff like that, how we operate and how we see the other side, it just is clear to me that now it doesn't mean that there isn't disdain or on the left for the people on the right and that kind of stuff. But when you think a whole group of people is evil and hates America, that taints your perspective and how you view those people and your opposition to them.
That's right.
Okay. Here's a great quote. I love this thing. Okay. Let's talk about the left versus right. Let's go to a Democrat, one of my favorite Democrats right here. Let's hear the deal.
You said, quote, "I've drunk deeply of the venom of both the left and the right. As a connoisseur, I can confirm that the most poisonous, the bitterest, is from the far left." That is pretty remarkable to hear you say that as an elected Democrat. Why?
No. You know, it's just been my personal experience on this thing.
Personal experience.
And when I asked my digital team, I said, you know, we're on all the platforms. You know, really, what's kind of the harshest? What's kind of the most personal? And the answer was immediate. He said, "Oh, blue sky. It's blue sky." And the difference is, I mean, the right would say really rough things and names. You know, some names I won't repeat on TV, but the on the left, it was like they want me to die, or that we're cheering for your next stroke, or that's terrible that depression won. Why couldn't it depression won? And I hope your kids find you. I mean, they even have like the graphic, a GIF where they have like a stroke, in your head, cheering at that. Yeah, and they said that. I remember one. They claimed, "Oh, the doctor let us down, and why did they have to save his life?" I mean, just really, like, I just can't imagine. People are wishing, I wish he dies, or I want him to die. Literally cheering for a stroke.
Okay, so there you got.
Yeah, you know, Rach, I can bring up videos of the people on the right doing this as well.
The most vicious in his mind is coming from Massey and the radical left, and I agree.
People treated him like shit. I don't agree with him most of the time, but I don't agree with people treating him like shit like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
the uncalled for.
Like that family, that judge, the family was killed. The judge's family opened the door and they killed the family. I mean, you could have things on both sides that are tragic.
I'm not speaking from what I see online. I'm speaking from the interaction that I have with people in my life. It's the extremists that we're going to find online, and we're going to find anything to be able to justify our already held position. I'm going by what the interaction I have with conservatives and liberals in my own community. So.
Yeah, and he's going by what he
sees online. And there definitely is a lot of people on the left saying heinous and terrible things to people on the right. And I see it online too, in threads and different places. And it's sad. I really wish, it's so unproductive. It just really doesn't. It's just basically shouting into your own echo chamber. It's sad. It really is.
We don't want people being hurt and beat up and the violence being perpetrated. Yes. I guess somebody went into Helena Haba's office, Habalina, whatever she is, the Department of Homeland Security. And I guess the guy went in there with a baseball bat and beat the hell out of the joint. They caught him after a couple of days.
That's good.
To try and get the guy. Trump has been shot twice. They murdered Charlie Kirk
once.
Once, yeah, he was only murdered once. True, good point.
They didn't murder Charlie Cook. One asshole murdered.
Oh, no. You can't say it. No. This is just, we put them up. Violence on what side of the aisle? Here. And it adds up. The left are out of control. And the hit parade is right there. We also had, who was it? Paul Rand got attacked by the neighbor. Then
that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Police was attacked on a baseball pitch.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, you can repeat all the victims on your side, and we can repeat them all on the other side.
You still don't believe in January 6th. All the people January 6th that tried to burn down the house.
They didn't burn down the house.
No, they didn't. They just
under
investigation.
You had 275 FBI agents in there. That's all coming out. We want to know about Ray Epps.
It's all the bullshit.
I keep hearing this. It's all coming out line.
January 6th is nowhere near being done. As much as you would like it to be, we're digging that up. It's all coming out.
Good.
You know that also Katie Hobbs is also being investigated for corruption, for
she's got
racketeering, RICO charges. And people,
if they're guilty,
I think you should put footnotes of all the bullshit fake channels you're getting. You and Sue are getting.
No, this is what you don't believe that Katie Hobbs is being investigated for racketeering. That she's been indicted.
Well, you can invest anybody. You can.
Well, is it happening or not? Am I full of shit?
Has she been convicted yet? Well,
I can show you where it's happening.
You don't believe when convictions happen. You don't believe. So the problem is you'll say, okay, we're going after these people, but with Comey and with all these other people, there has to be a trial if it gets to that point. And then if you don't like the results, you say it's fake. Like when Trump got convicted, you say it's fake because you don't like the results. A jury will determine. And if a jury convicts, that's what happens. And then there's an appeal if the jury convicts. But you don't believe it if it doesn't go your own way.
You're going to find out. You're going to live by the sword, die by the sword, because by your rationale, we are going to find out as these trials, as everything comes up to trial. There is an ongoing RICO conspiracy trial that is all being tied together. Long game. This is why somebody was saying, they were talking about Kash Patel under oath. In fact, it was Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson seems at a loss going, Kash Patel says, well, there's a trial right now. I can't tell you what's going on with Epstein in this regard.
Yeah, because you know they started that investigation so they don't have to release it.
No. I know it's all coming out. It's all going to come out. Don't you worry, Marty. But but be patient. It is happening. It's happening big time. But it's all tied in with the overarching conspiracy case. It's all being brought together. And this is why when they were talking about the Thomas Crook, the kid that shot at Trump, and they said the FBI said there's nothing. He had no footprint on the internet.
Yeah, Tucker Carlson thing.
The guy was all over the net. Yeah. Tucker Carlson went and asked the guy, hey, how come we don't have evidence on this guy? What's going on with this? We can't do it. There's a trial. Tucker Carlson goes, what do you mean? What trial? The trial that Tucker didn't put the two pieces together is the big trial is this RICO case. Crook and is all tied.
That's not a trial. That's an investigation.
No, there's a grand jury has been subpoenaed on all.
That's not a trial. A grand jury is not a trial.
Okay. Well, when it's a jury, it's a jury. It's an investigative trial.
Okay. There will be a trial.
They are presenting evidence.
There'll either be a trial or they won't. My guess is some of the people will go on trial. My guess is the Comey thing will be thrown out because it's a bullshit case.
Thank you, Marcus.
Yeah.
Okay, William has delayed. What happened on William's show yesterday? Did something happen? William has deleted yesterday's stream for the best.
He had a
interesting.
Stream. I didn't know he had a stream.
But all you have to wait because all this stuff's going together. Adam Schiff, the shoe hasn't dropped on him yet, but it's going to drop.
Rachel, okay, we'll see.
Massive. The Autopen has already been investigated.
What?
And the intel.
Excuse my ignorance. Excuse my ignorance.
To be vain and void.
Rachel,
go ahead.
Rachel, excuse my ignorance.
Yeah, go.
What's the deal with Autopen? Bob Dylan used an Autopen. Some artists do an Autopen. What?
Yeah, Trump used it on all those pardons yesterday, and then they went back and switched them all up.
Yeah, they did it exactly. So, what is the deal? Why are people so upset with Autopen? I understand. I understand. Wait, I understand if you're buying an autograph by a celebrity
Yeah.
and or a musician, and it's supposed to be real and it's Autopen. But what's wrong with an Autopen when you're signing like 100?
What's wrong with it? Because the president has that of power. If Biden's not in his right mind and somebody else is running in place for him in situ in place of the president, then
okay. That's a fair response. But have we been told or proven that he didn't want those things signed?
Yeah, exactly. There's no evidence of that.
If he has people, it's like you having a power of attorney, someone to sign for you. I've had people sign for me things because I'm not in that city or in that area, but before all this digital stuff, a power of attorney, you assign something. If he decides that's fine, I see nothing wrong with it. Now, if they're signing against his will, that's a different thing.
Okay, as a Canadian, why do you talk about American politics so much? Genuine question. Canada is unimportant. This country is already sold out to the Chinese and the World Economic Forum. Canada is a backwater, third world, shithole, communist dump. And I would dearly love to get my ass out of here, but I'm elderly and retired.
Wonderful.
Yeah, but
I don't have the financial
China owns
wherewithal to move. Now,
Rachel, you know China owns more American debt than anything. So we're fucked if China decides.
Anyway, China's got control. Canada's just bought and paid for it. So Canada's a no-brainer. Canada also has zero influence in the world. You understand that Canada is a nothing player. It's not important. What's important is the number one nation on the planet is the United States of America. As America moves, so goes the free world. If America, God forbid, should fall and lose its power and its independence from the world, Trump is moving against the old British imperialistic model that Canada and Europe and Western Europe is part of. The Eastern Bloc, America are moving away from it. Trump is moving to one-to-one negotiations, bypassing traditional. There's a new game in town being played. It's entirely different, and it's bypassing the control, the hegemony that the EU had spearheaded by the United Kingdom. It's being broken right now.
I don't know why you're so up on all these people being indicted stuff when you don't believe the results of a trial anyway. You don't, a trial of jury. Whenever I've said like Trump, for instance, and others that get convicted, or some of them get thrown out. Some of the things against Trump have gotten thrown out or put aside or stayed.
Well,
but you don't believe the results. You don't believe the results. So if these Democrats get in and if they get convicted, you'll believe it. But if they get acquitted, you won't believe it. So it's a fixed decision on your part, Rachel. If it doesn't go your way, you don't like the results. If the guy Menendez, the Democrat Menendez, him and his wife are in prison now. Democrat. I didn't say that was fake. That was bullshit. It went fast. Stumped.
Well, I didn't say that Steve Bannon going to jail because he refused to go in contempt of Congress, that he was innocent of that charge. No, he had contempt for Congress. I have contempt for Congress. I'd have gone to jail too.
Well, okay.
Because I have contempt.
But you don't like the results when you say, "Oh,
but I admit it. You can put him in jail. You're right. You got him on contempt."
But Trump got convicted by juries, and it got support in the
Supreme Court. You got nothing. 34. We just had somebody on CNN come in and say, "Hey, there was no legal jurisprudence for this. It was done at the directive of the DNC because we wanted to get him." 34 made up.
But if an American jury looks.
That's why they fell apart.
I've talked about this before. I've been on 2 juries in my life, and juries see evidence that you don't see or hear on Fox or CNN or MSNBC or anywhere, or in the New York Times. We see evidence. I mean as a juror. You see stuff. If you're presented the evidence, you make a decision on that evidence. You go back and forth with a jury of your peers, 12 other people, whatever, and you make a decision. So if you don't like the results, I mean, I used to have this argument with Michelle back when OJ got acquitted.
Yeah.
We had these massive arguments. She hated that acquitment, that he got acquitted. And I totally understand. I watched that entire trial.
Well, that's
If
because
I
he was innocent.
even though I felt he was guilty and I believe he's guilty, I would have acquitted him based on the way that evidence was presented. The prosecution fucked up, and they didn't, reasonable doubt. That's what you need. You watch the evidence. You don't read the papers. You're not supposed to decide on your gut feeling. Sure, your gut feeling comes in. So I believe that I think the American judicial system, in terms of jury system, I think it's pretty damn good. Does it get it wrong sometimes? Absolutely, but I think it does pretty well.
We're going to have ice cream for all the children later. Just hang in there, buddy. Anyway, here's the big story. Marty's going to be going live. He's going to be selling some records coming up pretty quick. So, Marty, what have you got in the coffers for the children today?
Yesterday, I just, I got all these records back from the antique shop. So I got a whole, couple thousand records sitting in here. And I needed to thin them out because I had a bunch of John Denver and Barbara Streisand and Andy Williams and that kind of stuff that come along with collections that you buy. So I took a couple hundred records to Goodwill yesterday. I don't like to take them to my Goodwill here in Silverton because I don't want to pick through them when I go in there again. So I drove into Salem, 15 miles away, and took them to the big Goodwill there. And and then I went to an estate sale that I found on Facebook Marketplace where there was a bunch of older jazz. And I picked up about 60 records for really good price. Nothing, no Blue Notes, and I got a few Impulses, but mostly like Columbia and Verve and stuff like that. But some really good stuff. And then there was, I've never seen in the collection so many Black women singers. I mean, there was probably 20 Nancy Wilson. There was Donna Summer. There was names that I hadn't even heard of. Black ladies. I mean, this person, whoever they were, it was an older person that I think died, and then they had the estate sale. But it was unreal. There must have been 150 albums with Black lady singers, and I just thought that was so cool. I've never seen the like before.
Any Nina Simone?
No Nina Simone. Yeah, I would have snatched those up if I could. They were 75 cents a piece that I got them for, so it was really good.
Okay, Marty, any Rudy Van Gelders today?
Rich, I haven't looked in the dead wax on. I probably got 10 Dave Brubecks.
Those wouldn't be RVJs.
I don't think so.
I like Brubeck.
Gabor Szabo, some Oscar Peterson. Nothing really obscure or intense. Mostly just the kind of jazz albums that people who want a jazz album but aren't into jazz would have. That kind of
Yvonne loves those Black lady singers. That's soul. He loves
Yvonne, look at this, buddy.
Okay, here we go. Hold on. We'll make it all big for Yvonne. Oh, look at this. They're gone shopping and everything.
Yeah, Yvonne knows this group.
And they're on the Taboo label.
Taboo label. Yeah, this is not a cheap record. Pretty cool.
Okay,
this is one that was in there that was really.
So, what do you got? Is that going to be auctioned today, Marty?
No, if somebody wants it, then I'll. So I'm not necessarily selling records today. I've got some segments, and I'm doing today there's been a thread of people, not a tag, but a thread where people are showing 5 records that they would never sell. And so I'm going to start off with 5 records. I have more than 5, obviously I'll never sell, but 5 that are really special to me. And then I'll go into some. Rochelle bought me a really cool book. This Taschen book.
I love those. Yeah,
and
they're a great book.
It is so cool. So we're going to go through this a little bit and show some records, and we'll just hang out.
Yeah, those Taschens are beautiful. Mazzy has championed Taschen books.
Yeah,
his program before.
Hey, there's Mike.
Okay, it's Den Bosch, and Mike's got his moment with Nadine. She's been grabbing everybody.
Who's
that
Nadine?
lady is really doing a fine job.
You're not going to get great pictures like that when you send Rob to Den Bosch. You're not going to get great presentation images like that. So,
Okay, so Martin McGrath has the question. Massey, what is the best Beatles album? And what is
Revolver?
Best Beatles single album, Revolver, and best solo of
All Things Must Pass, with a close second or first, depending on your mood. John Lennon, Plastic Ono Band.
Ooh, Plastic Ono, #1 for me.
And then maybe Ram.
The best Beatles album. God, that's next to. I'm Abbey Road. Abbey Road, because of the production. They got
Yeah, but
the
it's the music, stupid.
yeah, I know,
I
but
like that I can call you
incredible.
stupid once in a while. You don't
Well-
you don't yell at me.
No, of course not. And the other thing is like Here Comes the Sun is on there. George really comes into his own.
You know, they never made a bad album. That's the bottom line.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. It's really hard to pick a best album, but push comes to shove. The album I've played more than any other Beatle album is Abbey Road, followed by the White Album, and then followed kind of by everything else. Even the early albums, I do get around playing
The
them.
big change for the Beatles, the maturity, the songwriting, production, everything else. The transitional album is Rubber Soul, because that was like December 19.
Rubber Soul is a brilliant album. And of course, we're always talking two different Rubber Souls, American versus
They're
the
both
English.
great in their own way. They're both great in their own way.
I'm gonna duck out just because I've got 10 minutes before I go, and then I need
Yeah.
to go inside for a bit. And
Yeah, I'm going to
check
run
in.
this to a 3-hour deal, and we'll bag it at 3 hours.
I'll
here.
hang in here at the end if you don't embarrass me. And even though you're hanging out with a loser for the next 10 minutes,
an evil
Wow.
loser.
Wow. Well, it's only 10 minutes. We're worth our weight in gold.
I'll see you. I'll listen in, Rob.
All right,
It's just
Marty.
Truck driver.
All right.
Yeah, okay,
We'll
Marty,
see
we
you
love
guys
you.
later.
Thanks so much for coming up and
You bet.
bringing your passion and everything about you. We love them. Okay, so about the Beatles, here's the thing about Abbey Road. It was once described to me that Abbey Road set the template for recording for the remainder of the 1970s. It came out 69, but the standard was set by Abbey Road, and everybody was recording to that kind of standard throughout the 70s until things changed again with gated drumming and that kind of thing come the 1980s.
You know, Abbey Road is a great album. Great. It's their maybe best recorded album. And you're absolutely right about that. When you watch the Get Back documentaries or Let It Be, all that stuff that early that year, and you hear them working in the studio, and even though it's cool and they're tight in some ways, you really think it's amazing how fucking great Abbey Road is based on what we saw in them just hanging around the studio and jamming. Because it's almost kind of like they weren't serious at times. I don't know. And I love it.
Yeah, the thing about the Beatles is, first of all, when they're a finished product, they're a beautiful music box. But when they just get together with an instrument in their hands, those guys do one thing. They make music. And whether they're doing a silly hound dog riff or an old blues standard, whatever they've decided to cover, they were doing Canned Heat. Go in the country, go right away. And Paul's singing it. I saw a little clip of that. And it's so good. It's just so good. It's so effortless. What the Beatles did, they made music. That's what they were. They were so incredibly musical. I've never seen anything like it.
Well, that clip that you're talking about, but I wish it went on from John started this conversation talking about Fleetwood Mac because of the song Albatross.
Correct.
And John takes Albatross and writes, what is it, Sun King is like Albatross. That's where he got that sound of that guitar. Inspiration for it. And I wish they talked about more than that Paul had to jump in and talk about fucking Canned Heat. And I like Canned Heat, but I wanted to hear more of them talking about early Fleetwood Mac.
But for them, it's nothing because they're the Beatles. So everything's second nature to them. So there's always these tantalizing little clips of the Beatles talking. There's one that go, have you heard the latest Jimmy Page's new band? Somebody brings that up to George, and
George doesn't like Led Zeppelin.
No, but George is going, what's going on? The drummers, they've got a young kid on drums. He's pretty good. This sort of thing. Mensch, you're absolutely right about that. My testicles have been turned into two beautiful earrings. You can get them. They're on eBay right now. Bidding's still going. You might want to get in there. Pepper is number one. Sergeant Pepper always.
It's funny. I just had this conversation with a few people the other day. Yeah. Pepper is the Beatles' most important album because it changed everything. All of a sudden, it went like leap years away of anything else in 1967 of cover, artwork, content. And it's a great record. It would have been great if Strawberry Fields and maybe Penny Lane were on it. It is a great album. I'm not denying that, but I don't think it's their best album, but it's their most important album, if that makes sense.
It's hugely influential.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hugely influential. You can make an argument. What's the Beatles' most influential album? Again, Abbey
Sgt.
Road
Pepper.
being the template for recording in the 70s, but Sgt. Pepper, psychedelia done to a T. The Beatles' best song is A Day in the Life. I read the news today. Oh boy. The hair should stand on your neck when you hear Lennon's vocal, followed by Strawberry Fields. Strawberry Fields is my favorite. I just love Strawberry Fields Forever. Lennon's vocal on it, big part of it. But the use of stereo, I like it in the stereo where the train sound, that dang, 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 dang. I love that. And that's listening to it when you're not stoned, Magical Mystery Tour is a great album with some incredible songs on it. But again, every Beatles, I Should Have Known Better. What a song by John Lennon. I just love that song. And I've Got Another Girl, Paul McCartney, I've just seen a face. Oh, so much music that these guys did. They're just absolutely musical. Paul actually ruined Hey Jude. It's actually their most popular song.
Why did he ruin it?
How does Paul ruin Hey Jude? Let me know.
It's a great record. I think the only problem is like a lot of records, we've heard it so much and over the top, but it's a fucking great record.
Great comment by Marcus. Great question. Mazzy, where do you rank Mind Games?
I think the Ultimate Mixes finally made the record sound good. And I'm not always a remix fan. I don't like any of the Beatles remixes. I think they shouldn't have. They did them. I don't think any remixes of the Beatles
is superior to the original.
They haven't improved. Mind Games improved. I like the song, great songs.
The thing I noticed about Mind Games,
musician.
I think you'll agree with me, is it lost some of the rawness in clearing it out.
Yeah, but it was so muddy. It was a terrible production.
But that rawness in Lennon, and that's a big part of Lennon because that was his thing. Oh, don't rehearse. For God's sake, let's not rehearse. You'll ruin everything.
We're about over, I know, but last night I watched, it's like 2.5.
We got 5 minutes now. Go ahead.
2 hours plus. On HBO is the 1-to-1. And it's the concert, cleaned up and everything. Amazing sound.
John Lennon.
It's also a documentary of the politics of the time in and around John Lennon with the left.
The green card and all
left
that.
wing, the green card. Abby Hoffman is a big part of it.
Yeah.
And Nixon is a big part of it. And you realize how it emulates stuff going on in the world today. Obviously with not all the noise exactly in the same way because of the internet. But it's a great documentary. Watch it, the 1-to-1. Not just the concert. When we went to LA and we saw the concert for 40 minutes, we just saw the concert. But this is the most of the songs with all this political stuff, Attica State,
it's context.
Angela Davis, all that left-wing politics. It's a great document of 1972.
Yeah, I think I would. Haven't seen it. I would agree completely. Rich, I love how bonkers Beatles fans are playing music backwards. I've done that. Paul is dead. Turn me on, dead man. Turn me on, dead man. I've played, Strawberry Fields backwards. I've done all that. With the lyrics and the record covers and all of that. You ever played Beatles backwards, Mazzy?
No. Well, I've done a couple of things. That's not true. I probably have. I think I did the I Buried Paul thing, which is not what he says.
Yeah, cranberry sauce, I Buried Paul. But it becomes very evident when you hear it with better recording and equipment. You can very clearly and distinctly hear Lennon go cranberry sauce. Yeah.
I would make some issue to distinguish great song, great record. It's kind of like people who don't understand the Grammys. I'm not going to discuss the good or bad of the Grammys, but there's a category best song of the year and there's a category best record of the year. I would say Strawberry Fields and Day in the Life are maybe two of the great Beatle records. But I don't think
they're the greatest songs ever.
But they're not the greatest songs.
I think
a song to be covered, something like For No One, There Are Places I Remember.
But the performance, like the vocals on Lennon.
Girl that John Lennon sang.
Oh, that's so
I think those are better songs, yet Day in the Life and Strawberry Fields and, I'm the Walrus are better records in terms of the production, of the arrangements and everything else.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're talking our favorite band, Mazzy, our big Beatle fans. That's our thing.
We're the opening act for Marty's I Drive a Truck video.
Marty's I Drive a Truck. Single artists should be in the same category as a band. I disagree. I disagree entirely.
Well, like Rachel, this is the thing. Rachel and I agree. Our favorite single artist and our favorite band are exactly the same.
Well,
Bob Dylan and the Beatles.
Yeah, Bob Dylan's my favorite solo guy because he's absolute genius, so influential. And once you get Dylan, once you get bitten by the Dylan bug, then there's no coming back.
There's so much with Dylan,
and the depth,
like the Beatles, Dylan went through all these changes and kind of ahead of everyone else, or in a different direction. He didn't fall. He wasn't a follower like some artists. There's a lot of artists just like Oasis. I like Oasis.
Okay. The best Ideology is still alive, Angelo.
I like Oasis, okay, but Oasis, no way in hell are they an original band. They copied a bunch of bands, especially the Beatles, in their own way. They're not.
Well, Oasis, because they were influenced by the Beatles, and they're Beatle fans. They love the Fabs, and the Beatles are the standard by which everything else is measured. Like them or not, you can't ignore them. That's the thing about the Fab.
The lyrics are great, A Day in the Life. I get it, but it doesn't still make it a great song, as a song.
I think, I mean, the change, and it's so, like it's bigger. It's kind of like 2001: A Space Odyssey, where there's so much mystery in there, and it's posing questions that are bigger than you could possibly ever contain, like the little space baby at the end, and where's humanity going, and what is the obelisk? It's kind of, I read the news today. Oh boy, it's so offhanded and so understated, and yet this soaring vocal, I read that just love it. Just love
I would
it.
agree that Waterloo Sunset's in a top 5 of singles from the 60s.
Yeah, it's a great love song. Was it Tommy and Julie? Yeah, I Am in Paradise. My son went on Waterloo Station Bridge. He wanted to go on there at
the original lyric was Liverpool Sunset. He changed it after Penny Lane and Strawberry Fields came out.
You're absolutely right. Everybody's influenced by everybody else. That's why I got Angelo Kelly at long last paired with Heinz Shea on the thumbnail for today's thing, along with David Donnelly and, of course, Joey Callio, our good friend Joey. Everybody, we love you. Head over to Marty's show.
I'm going to thank all the people in the audience that made me a loser today. I appreciate it.
Now, listen, Jabba, I love you so much. Take care, everybody. Sub up on the Patreon. Throw me a cookie or whatever the hell it is. And we'll see you.